What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another LaserDisc Wolfpack THX CAV Special Limited Edition podcast. I am your undead host, Sam Culture Dog Hatch. We're going to be digging into a fun movie from the late 90s that I love, and maybe y'all will love too. We'll find out as we get into it. But first, I'm going to pass it over to my main man, Ryan Cushing, and he's going to tell you a thing or two. What's up, Ryan?
Tonight's podcast is brought to you by Bob Seger's Hollywood Nights IPA. Not really Bob Seger's, but you never know. He did retire, so brewing's probably in his forte at this point. Why not?
What else is he going to do?
Yep. All right, I'll pass it off to Marcus.
What up, everyone? Happy to be back. Missed the last episode. I was busy hanging out with daywalkers, which we will get into and talk more about, I'm sure. And as always, I'm sponsored by a cycling bottle full of water. So I will pass it back over to Max.
Ooh, Maxine the Lasers Queen here in the land of the vampires getting slashed. It's rough out here.
So deadly. You should have that looked at.
I know. Is this infected?
It might be infected.
I might be turning, guys. Watch out. So I'll pass it to Hayden.
What's up, everyone? Excited to talk about Blade. Tonight's podcast, as usual, sponsored by Godzilla's Coffee, and this time also sponsored by Grandma's Bank Account. So I'll pass it along to Luke.
Hello, welcome. I'm so, I don't fucking know, I messed up already. So glad to be back on the Vampire podcast where we talk about vampires and only vampires.
True.
I can't believe we lasted this long. I didn't know there was that much to talk about, but
so much vampirism.
Yeah. Is that it? Is that everybody?
Long fangs, fangs, short fangs, sideways fangs.
Yep, all that.
So much going on. Anyways, I'm sponsored by Ghost right here, right now. So get the Blu-ray. Anyways, as we kind of teased, we're digging into a film. Actually, it's more than a film. It's a entity that everyone loves. We're talking about Sticky Fingers and Blade.
Sam, your LaserDisc is really small.
Look at that Japanese one. Look at all those sexy.
Sticky Fingers is the best. He's Blade, and he's on everyone's favorite TV series.
What the hell is that crap?
We're doing the other movie? Never mind.
Okay.
Sorry. We're doing Wesley Snipes as Blade from 1998. I don't have it on LaserDisc. Sorry, guys.
All right, somebody kick him off. Go ahead.
When I was pretty cool, and I was an early adopter of some new technology called DVD, and I bought it on a snapper case, New Line Cinema DVD. And and I reveled in that sucker. But anyways, we're gonna dig into Blade and talk about it. I'm sure everybody has the DTS copy, right?
Nope.
No. All right. Yeah. Somebody's got one, right? Oh, I knew Marcus would come in clutch.
Hayden's got the Japanese one.
Yep.
Yes, which has its own kind of little special bit of notoriety.
It sure
Get into that.
This one's from Peter's library, actually.
Oh, nice. It's funny. I just happened to watch a video of a guy on YouTube talking about watching Alien on LaserDisc for the first time, and he got it from Peter's collection. I was like, I know that guy he's talking about. Anyways, but yeah, Blade, a film from Stephen Norrington, who directed the very cool low-budget movie Death Machine, which I remember digging quite a bit. And it was going to be an Ernest Dickerson movie, which would have been cool as well, because he did Demon Knight, Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight, before this would have happened. But no, Stephen Norrington did it, and Wesley Snipes stars as Eric Brooks, the titular Blade, the Daywalker, who goes around killing vampires, based on a Marvel comic book character that launched in the 70s. I never really read Tomb of Dracula. Did anybody read Tomb of Dracula?
Oh yeah, everyone.
I was more of a Spider-Man guy, but
in New Jersey, I got it. That's where I got it.
So if I was watching the special features, he was in the middle. Wesley Snipes was trying to get Black Panther off. And that wasn't going well, and so they were working on Blade, and they pulled him in.
I did see it opening weekend. Got my ticket.
Wow.
I probably can't. Yeah, there we go. It's a little blurry.
Okay.
Sorry. It was at Auditorium 8 at 9:50 p.m. Sunday, August 23rd, 1998. There we go.
You waited till
There's no blood stains on it?
I did, Sorry, I was a bit of a creature tonight myself, and I washed the bloodstains out. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah. I used like UV light to kind of get rid of them. But yeah, I was a bit of a creature of the night. I was probably out clubbing at the Vampire Raves on Friday night and Saturday night. So Sunday was the first time I was able to go to the theater. That was also when laser pointers were making an annoying comeback. And there was the guy in the last row that was just like pointing for the first like 10, 15 minutes of the movie onto the screen. And I'm pretty sure somebody threatened to beat his ass. So that stopped for the rest of the film. But it kind of added to the atmospherics of some of the techno nightclub stuff early on. But did anybody else see Blade like in the theaters?
Sure I did. Yeah, I'm sure.
I was 3, so no.
Oh my!
I thought you were Eternal, Hayden.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, I lied.
300
actually.
So this movie came out before The Matrix, right?
Yep.
And Matrix copped a lot of its style, either accidentally or.
Well, yeah, I was hoping somebody was going to mention that because there's a lot of similarities. A lot of the details are similar.
Just the aesthetics, the techno on the soundtrack. Even there was one bit, we'll get into it later, obviously, where Stephen Dorff's talking about humanity being cattle, and it's almost like an Agent Smith speech from The Matrix. It's like, man, The Matrix owes this much. I mean,
there's multiple worlds. There's a one.
I would have bet it came out afterwards.
Office buildings.
When I was watching, I was like, "This came out after The Matrix. This sucks. Like this wasn't." They tried to be The Matrix, but no,
nope.
Way around.
Well, it made me think: were they already filming The Matrix by the time?
Yeah, I mean, they're 7 months apart. So like, they were probably like filming at the exact same time or close to it, and Matrix probably just had more post production.
But yeah, Stephen Norrington is just I dug his style. One of the producers says he sees in scope like in his normal day life, and you could tell he just makes the most out of that like 235 image and just like really deep contrast, really overblown colors and whites, and then just all these cool shots of the buildings. A lot of it was like Vancouver shot for Los Angeles, but still, it's like there's like Michael Mann-esque moments, and then there's like I don't know, David Fincher-esque moments, and it's just he's got cool ass editing.
What did he do afterwards? Anything?
He did League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and then his career ended.
Yeah, I wonder why.
There's supposedly one other movie he did that's cool, but like never got distributed. I forgot the name of it, and I don't even think it's on DVD. Like, so the poor guy he turned down Blade 2. Guillermo del Toro did it, and then he did League is also underrated, but yeah, whatever.
I liked it a lot when I was like 12. I haven't watched it since then. So.
Maybe we can make a LaserDisc of it. Oh,
yeah.
Luke hates it so much he just left us. Or maybe he'd left to watch it. See, should we wait for him to come back, or
like 2 lukewarm recommendations? That's enough.
How?
I mean, we could watch League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, but we'd have to watch the canon movies as part of the like lead up.
Oh yeah,
character.
The Alan, not Alan. Alan Quarterman's in that, right?
Yeah.
And who else? Tom Sawyer.
I don't know.
Dracula, Amina Harker.
But you've got the guy. I mean, this is the same. Yep. This is Sean Connery, right?
Or that is. Yep.
Yeah. See,
those movies rule.
They are. They're great.
And they have John Rhys Davies in them and Sharon Stone.
If you have JRD, you've sold the movie to me. Like seriously though, like you could tell me he was in Never Say Never Mind, and I'd be like, sign me up and we'll watch it. So.
Guess what? He was.
Yeah, that happened.
Let's see. Hopefully Luke will come back. I don't want to start the movie part without him.
There he comes.
Hey, all right, there we go.
Let's go to the bathroom. Sorry about that. I couldn't hold it.
I waited for you because I didn't really want to start the whole like plot of the movie while you were gone.
Yeah,
we'll cut that in post production, right, Sam?
Yeah,
I don't care.
I mean, I can do it. You never saw anything. Anyways, yeah. So Blade, it does a lot of heavy lifting because it's got a whole world to explain to you because it's it got the superhero version of vampire movies and vampire lore. It starts in 1967, where a young woman played by Sana Lathan is brought into an emergency room. And she's bloodied and has apparently been bit by a vampire, and she's pregnant. And it's very dramatic. And you flash forward to the future where there's a new breed of vampires who are also like Stephen Dorff's vampire is like this new kind of young buck, but he also was around in 1967.
Is it a new breed of vampires? I just thought they're doing like a Harry Potter type of.
Well, like the whole kind of concept is like a Romeo Must Die thing, where like the old gangsters are kind of fighting against the new buck gangsters who are rejecting the rules of the old gangsters and having like nightclub parties and blood raves that's drawing undue attention to the vampiric underworld.
Yeah.
So Steven Dorff is like, kind of got the cool hairdo and the cool threads, and he's
Let's just forget about
vampire.
Deacon Frost is his name. Yep.
Let's forget the whole old vampire versus like they're vampires. They shouldn't be aging.
Yeah, but like they were born vampires. He wasn't.
Right. So of course
that was new to this.
Blood or whatever they called him.
I hadn't really seen a lot of vampire lore where it's like pure blood vampires versus turned vampires.
Yeah,
which is of course Harry Potter.
Born a vampire?
Man, everything ripped this off, huh? Harry Potter ripped this off. Matrix ripped this off. But Udo Kier is of course one of the awesomest pure blood vampires.
And he's one of the best actors who ever played Dracula. I would say he's the best from Blood for Dracula.
So perfect lineage. But you get into this world where Blade, our little baby from 1967, is now a grown ass man, but he is growing as a human, even though he's got half human, half vampire DNA. So he's got all these vampiric powers, but he also has to feed on human blood and is using a special serum that we find out later is
it's a little complicated.
Is helping him stave that thirst off. But anyway, so it introduces you pretty quickly into the world of these underground vampire nightclubs. Tracy Lords of Everything Cool fame rolls in here with this guy. What was his name? He leaves
pretty quick.
Oh, his name was like Heat Seeker Kevin or something. Or Heat Seeker Kenny. And because he's talking about how his genitalia is like a heat seeker. Played by Kenny Johnson, I think, from SWAT and Mayor of Kingstown. Anyways, she's going to take him to a cool spot, and he's thinking they're going to get it on. And there's a blood rave there instead. I mean,
nothing like blood showers, man.
Yeah.
One of the most iconic bits of techno action
nothing
cinema.
Like meeting a lady and she's like, I'm going to take you somewhere. I'm not going to tell you where it is. Oh, we're getting laid. That's what's going to happen.
I love that scene too. Just how it keeps building. Like there's cattle hung up in a freezer everywhere.
Yeah. I thought about the security guard. He's like, just do the cattle people know about the vampires, or do they just walk by and just some guy standing by the door? Or it was interesting. Plus, that's a shit job to have to be security.
Yeah, like every vampire like nightclub seems to be operating in the same space as other businesses or other entities. So that might have been a legitimate front, like with real cattle, or it was like, I don't know, skinned humans or something, and it looked like cattle to me. But
I think it was a legit front because they did work with humans, right? So that was kind of their thing. Anyway.
But that whole opening thing, like when I got my first projection TV and like my surround system, I mean, I've probably watched that as many times, if not more, as I've watched The Fifth Element. Like just ridiculous amounts of repeats. And anytime someone would come over the house, she'd be like, watch this crazy ass scene and crank it up. And so now it's like watching it, like there's like a sound of like a piece of like metal rod or something falling. That's like ingrained in my memory for all time. Like, so it's like that whole thing. And just the techno is a New Order tune that was redone by this group Pump Panel. And it's like the DJ's got his kick-ass glasses with the lights on them, and every DJ had those after that. It's just super iconic. And come to find out, vampires are having parties and they rain blood from the sprinklers because it's super sexy and cool. And then they kill the victims that happen to be in the
quick question: why did they need to kill the guy if they had blood coming from the sprinklers? It's just like,
it's overkill, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
they were fully supplied.
They're natural urge. They gotta
Okay.
They ratcheted the party up to 11.
It's the whole thing is like the editing and the timing. Like I love the editing with Mercury is this one woman played by Arlie Jover who's on Steven Dorff's team, and she like kind of keeps moving impossibly due to the editing. So you're not just sure if it's cool editing or if these vampires can actually like shift across space and time or whatever. It's just a super cool aesthetic. And of course her hair is like all like crazy palm tree looking. And she's like super skinny, kind of like Twiggy, like a late 90s version of Twiggy. And then Donald Logue's chilling there, who's one of the coolest vampiric henchmen of all time. He's pretty much an idiot throughout the film. And he's usually scared of everything that's going on too at one point or another.
Man, he gets really messed up the whole time too. Like
he's got reason to be scared. But he's having some activities with the ladies in the club, so he's a cool guy.
Whatever happened? So I remember he had a TV show for a little bit, right?
He had Ground for Life. He had
remember that.
Terriers was a good one.
He was in the motorcycle
Tao of Steve.
That was where he like broke out, I think.
Yeah. He's been around.
It's interesting to watch old movies. Like, oh, that guy was like, he was kind of big around then, and then kind of you don't see him anymore.
Yeah, he was heating up at the time. Yeah. But then the ultimate introduction, I mean, Wesley Snipes just rolls in a room that's spraying with blood, and of course they use this cool like camera shutter effect, so like you can see all the little droplets of blood going. It's like super high frame rate, and so the sprinklers are all going, but Blade comes in his immaculate like leather trench coat and his body armor. It's like not a speck on him. It's just like you could just tell the blood just moves in the air around him because he's just so damn cool. And he proceeds to lay into these vampires because he's a daywalker, and he doesn't like full-time vampires, like full-on
quick question
vampires or
quick question. Why is Blade so angry? I mean, I get it because his mom, right? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
but
there you go.
Spoiler alert later on in the movie. I don't know.
His mom was killed.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And
he's trying to destroy the side of himself that he hates.
There we go. But does he hate it? Because that makes him special. He would be just another nerdy guy without. Yeah.
But if he got rid of it before the job was done, then who would do the job? No one except him can do the job.
And he does a great job at it.
Makes sense.
He does.
Makes sense.
And again, just the pacing, like how he has this one, fight with this first vampire woman, and then drops to his knees, pulls up her head with a shotgun underneath it, and the shotgun blast goes off like right after the bass drops in the techno song. It's like, it's so cool. Super fun. Anyways, yeah, so it's super violent, a lot of kind of Hong Kong action energy going on in it. And yeah, you learn that the main kind of villain of this piece is Deacon Frost, played by Stephen Dorff. And Wesley Snipes is going to now team up with another victim because shortly after this whole nightclub massacre, Donald Logue's character causes some trouble at a local hospital, and Tim Guiney's in there, and of course Mbushi Wright happens to be a hematologist who gets into some vampire trouble.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, I know, right? And
I want to say real quick, I just want to say I got so worried during that hospital scene when she's having that little conversation with her boyfriend. Yeah. I was worried he was going to end up being like Rob Schneider in Dread. I was so worried the boyfriend was going to tag along for the rest of the movie somehow. It was so satisfying to see him get devoured by a vampire.
Well, he does return. Spoiler.
He returns.
He does, but he's not an annoying sidekick for 2 hours.
Shout out to Tim Guiney as the sidekick. But yeah, so Blade realizes he has to take this new victim back to his HQ because Blade is
again. Why? Because I figure because she reminded him of his mother. That's what I thought. Because there was another scene where she goes like that. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like twofold. It's like, yeah, he was seeing a new victim that reminded him of his mom, and he was going to use her as bait, which later leads to the great line, "You used me as human bait." And he's like, "Get over it." Which is
then
great.
He proceeds to trash her apartment.
Yeah, just unnecessarily. Well, maybe
is that necessary?
Yeah. So he goes to his lair, which is an old factory building, and he's got like a cool Q type weaponsmith dude, this crusty old punk named Abraham Whistler. So you got kind of multiple references there. And
Chris Christopherson, because why not?
I mean, yeah, crusty old Chris Christopherson just cranking up like the CCR or whatever he's listening to in his workshop.
He makes the weapons. I use them.
Yeah, we got a good. I mean, there's some fun dialogue here.
And Blade's just like
that one
driving a '68 Dodge Charger.
Charger, yeah.
Well, you didn't mention the vehicle. Yeah, come on.
So this would have been what, two years before Fast and Furious came out, right?
It was like right, and there's actually one of the dudes in Matt Schultz, who's the guy that's like, I got his pig sticker. He's from the Transporter, and he played Vince in the Fast and Furious movies. So there's a little bit of crossover here.
But it's modified in a way that was not like real life. Like it has a hood scoop. There was no Charger back then, right, Max? That had a hood scoop like that. I don't think so.
I mean, there's a lot of like shaker hoods, like on Cudas and stuff. But I mean,
not on a Charger. Yeah. My dad had a 1970.
It's the modified wheeled house of what someone would do to make it feel faster. So I mean.
Speaking of speed, like I normally don't like when filmmakers use overcranked cameras for car chases, but Stephen Norton like gets just so weird and stylish with it that I actually don't mind. Like when Blade's chasing the cop around later on in the film, like it's completely like overcranked and crazy looking, but yeah, I love it. But yeah, so there's like this huge fight, and we encounter a vampire familiar.
I like Hayden. I was worried that guy was going to stick around. I thought he was, but he left pretty quick.
The annoying cop. I mean, I just love just how empowered Blade is. It reminded me of 3 the Hard Way, where Jim Kelly just takes out a bunch of cops on the street in broad daylight. Like Blade is just tearing into this cop left and right, slamming his head in the trunks. Not a care in the world, man.
Everybody in the background is like, this is business as usual. Like, nobody
right.
There's 2 worlds of people. There's a world like, and then there's one just like the Matrix, but
yes.
But
I mean,
back to the cop.
Yeah.
So I recognize some of the footage as being Los Angeles, so I thought maybe this was set in Los Angeles, even though they didn't tell us that. And then the cops patch said, I think it said Center City.
Yeah.
On it. So I'm not sure if that's like a fictional place or.
Yeah, like it's clearly some of it is Los Angeles. A lot of it's like Vancouver, and then it's Center City, I guess.
Isn't this is a Marvel movie, right?
Yes.
Marvel character. Marvel's known for using real places. Am I making this up? While DC,
for the most part, because their New York stuff is in like Manhattan and Queens, and so it's. But I think they have a few, like Dr. Doom's from Latveria and stuff like that. So they have some. They have some bogus places here and there, but
okay.
But this leads to the ultimate, like one of my favorite scenes of all time, the Japanese vampire nightclub, which
Chotomate.
Yeah, exactly. The doorman who gets thrown through not even like plate glass, isn't it? Like kind of like bubble glass or like really thick, nasty entranceway. So Blade and his new friend, Dr. Jensen, they roll in, kind of follow this cop and see where he's going, where this blood trail goes, because he's like running around with like blood packets in the trunk of his car, and like so they know there's some sort of criminal enterprise happening here. But there's Japanese schoolgirl rappers.
Oh, they were great. Who were they?
They were good.
They're called.
I was expecting strippers initially, and then they were up there rapping. I'm like,
they're called Bangwa Cherry, and everybody wanted to know like what that song was when it came out. It's not on the soundtrack, and it's like one of those annoying things where it's like the thing in the movie that everybody's gonna want. They want that techno song from that opening rave.
Are they a real group?
Yeah, apparently they are, but they just don't have much of an imprint. So I don't even know what the story is. Like, did some producer like trip across them and say, "Hey"?
It wasn't interesting that it wasn't a strip club. I mean, that was an interesting choice. It had all the creepy old Japanese dudes, but they decided to go a different way.
Yeah, like vampire yakuza dudes just kind of chilling and like creeping on these girls. But I mean, they had a hot jam. And then this leads to like a whole other kind of vampire lair behind the nightclub and above the nightclub with Pearl, the record keeper, who's not even obese.
Okay, I'm assuming Pearl, who was a guy, because they said he's in the comic strip, or is this something I should know? That was like I've totally forgot about Pearl, even though by then the movie
by Eric Edwards. Shout out to Eric Edwards.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's great. Do we know if that's a thing from the comic book? I would assume so, right?
I would guess, but I don't know. I don't know if that's something David Goyer, the screenwriter, came up with.
It didn't really fit. Like it was like, what is this? And then there was nothing as crazy. I mean, I don't know. It feels weird even thinking that that was in the movie now.
Yeah, but I think he's in the comics according to the wiki. I don't know.
Yeah, that opens up that whole kind of other world of not only is Steven Dorff like hosting nightclub events, but he's also doing all this deep dive into vampire lore and history.
Oh, we see the computer so many times in the movie. It's just and it goes into the big thing. And
there's like a 3D CAD. It looks like a camshaft or something.
They spent so much money on it. We're like, we're going to use it
over and over again. So yeah, they learned that there's like this even bigger plan afoot, and like not only is he like dealing in blood, and there's all this like crazy stuff going on, but there's ancient vampire texts that he's like doing research on now,
which they destroy, and no one seems to care. In that
fight, he's got him backed up on the hard drive.
Yeah, that's all digitized.
You know what? I'm trying to poke too many holes.
The Book of Erebus. And then you learn from Pearl that La Magra is happening, and the spirits of the 12 are happening, and all this kind of like whatever. So it's like gonna get all sorts of wacky from there. But there's a secret repository with all these like old scrolls, like instead of Dead Sea Scrolls, they're like vampire like glyph scrolls. And
I was really expecting someone to be like, no, don't do that. No, no. Who cares?
And well, those are the display replicas.
Okay.
And like each scroll had its own like glass column. This is pretty impressive. Somebody put a lot of work into that. And then another amazing fight scene as Quinn and his team roll up, including Ebony Adams as martial arts kid. She tears into Blade for a little bit there.
Oh,
caught him off guard. He was not expecting that.
And then that's when Matt Schultz's character, the guy from Fast and Furious, rolls in. Jeff Imada from everything, stunt coordinator, going back from the dawn of time. He's in like The Crow also. He shows up, and a lot of the Gerald Okamura from Big Trouble in Little China, the guy with like the revolvers. He's there in the background.
Oh yeah, if you see him in a movie, it's go time, baby.
Yeah. So good.
His last one.
And then there's like a huge fight, and then a subway scene. There's a lot of CG in this thing. I still don't mind
with the blood at the end.
I still don't mind the when the vampires get killed, they just kind of dissolve. And that effect still looks pretty decent.
I like it. Yeah, I think it's cool.
Right?
I think there's a lot of like color toning of it all that is kind of that super 90s color toning.
Yeah.
All of that like kind of like that same CG thing just feels correct, that I don't even question it.
Yeah, and even some of the dodgier CG was just, I don't know, it was designed well.
It's always got a lot of energy to it. It's not like it's some clunky, slow moving stuff. It's usually like it's it keeps pace with the action.
I mean,
what was that, Luke?
Okay, I respect your opinion.
But
the blood at the end when he gets ripped in half and he comes back. Come on, the flying skeletons and the drop of blood from. That was like at the end of the movie. You're like, oh, we don't have much. Come on,
they even dialed that back because in the special features there was like the previs stuff where they had like a whole blood monster that was just
they
goopy jam like flying around the room.
It looked like those computer graphic laser discs that like, oh, look how cool we can do. And
Mind's Eye.
Beyond the Vampire Mind's Eye.
Yeah, there it is.
Hell yeah. Gate to the Vampire.
Yeah. But so there's a lot of fun stuff with Blade's sword, which has some sort of trick to it with like a little spring-loaded barb. So if you set it and someone grabs it, it'll like explode their hand. Fun things like that. That comes into play a lot of times too. That was like a good gimmick. And back at the HQ, they're like doing more info, and of course he's got his hematologist friend now. So Dr. Karen is kind of digging into more about like what makes a vampire and how we can maybe stem the tide, and she can cure herself and maybe cure Blade's occasional thirst for human blood. And then meanwhile, Stephen Dorff's guy is taking over the vampire council of the,
Did you
Udo
that one
Kier
scene
crew.
where he kidnaps her and he's like, I can turn you or I can put you into a body bag, and she says, just do it. And then I will, she says, cure herself, but it sounds a lot like I'll kill myself. I had to rewatch it a few times.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. She does say she'll cure herself, though.
But it sounds like I'll just kill myself again. I'm like, when are you going to kill yourself?
I mean, act crazy. Sometimes that'll. The guy will be like, "You're weird. I'm not going to kill you." But yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on with.
But like, she makes the thing that. Are you about to say?
Yeah, because now she discovers that you can add an element into vampire blood and it superheats and explodes basically. So now she's given Blade a new weapon, to make the vampires turn into big like Tetsuo explosions.
And that's the one thing Stephen Dorff doesn't know about, and that's because he thinks it's his serum.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's a pretty packed movie, and like you mentioned, Luke, it's just a ton of exposition because a lot of people are. Between Whistler and Blade and Stephen Dorff, everybody's like explaining something to the audience at some point.
Yeah.
But the ultimate finale is this end game of bringing back this kind of like H.P. Lovecraft style demon vampire blood god.
We never see, right?
And that was the CGI effects. That was going to be this big jam monster. That shows up, and it's supposed to like be like a plague and spread across the world and turn everybody into vampires, basically.
But we never saw it.
Yeah, it just turned into like Stephen Dorff like gets kind of turned a little bubbly because he's got like super blood powers.
He did a Big Trouble in Little China and got too big and exploded.
Yeah, and then his eyes went red.
Yeah,
so that's cool.
I preferred that though, like over some giant monster at the end.
Yeah. So okay, there's so much to talk about.
I know, right?
That's pretty much the whole movie, right? Right.
I mean, we're just kind of at the big kind of finale where it's like they need Blade as well, because you learn that they need a bunch of pure blood vampires. To do this ritual to bring about the blood god, and it's at some like ancient vampire temple that's at some like I don't know construction site
that the old vampires forgot about, but I'm young and cool and I know about things.
That was kind of cool that these guys
deciphered the texts,
Yeah.
They're like, you can't do that, and he's already doing it.
He was waiting for the program to do its thing.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how like he decodes it in the computer, and they're like, these texts have never been translated or whatever, and he does it in like a couple days.
You see it doing it right there, like. Why is he telling them it can't be done when it's happening in front of you on the screen?
It's like, did you guys even try? Like,
I love that
they're old vampires. They don't do computers.
Yeah, they're lazy.
The program was just like spitting out different things it could be. It's just like you read it. It's just like, no, that doesn't make sense. Let's keep going. Let's just. Okay. Then the ending, where you cut to Moscow for some reason.
Oh wow, yeah, that's the ending. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of setting it up. He's going around the world to kill vampires.
Oh, okay.
It was basically It was basically a post-credit scene, but not post-credit. That's
sure.
And I liked how it mirrored the Tracy Lord scene from the beginning of the movie. With instead this time it was like a guy bringing a woman to like a vampire nightclub. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So real quick, all of you have copies that have subtitles during the foreign language scenes. What is Blade's last line in the movie? Because
what is it?
I didn't catch what that was.
Yeah, you don't.
I was able to follow all the foreign language scenes, but I was just mainly curious what he says right at the end.
My copy does, like when Tracy Lord speaks Russian, it doesn't even really. I don't think it translates it.
He definitely says something, but I don't remember it being that. I don't know.
That like cool or whatever.
He just says, thanks for watching the movie.
Yeah, he's like,
thanks guys.
And then Stan Lee pops out.
He's like, I'm not paying my taxes.
Yeah. Oh, we forgot the whole element too, where Stephen Dorff has developed a facial paint that can allow you to go outside in sunlight if you're a vampire.
But don't let it like sweat off or whatever.
Yeah, sunscreen, which leads to the cool.
That drips like mascara, right?
Yeah.
Your mascara's running.
Your mascara's running.
Which leads to the infamous scene with the he's got a little girl hostage at a park, and there's a bus going by, and he
throws her clean through a hot dog stand, and she's okay.
That was pretty rough, right?
And she stands there waiting for the truck to hit. Literally, move.
And then even Blade has to tell her, like, go home, get out of here. And she's like, okay. But I mean, so many great quotes. I mean, in my life, I have quoted some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Please,
so many times.
Please, let's talk about that line. It makes zero sense. It is a callback to nothing. No, it doesn't make sense on how he died. It's, these lines should make some sense. Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator, he says, he throws a knife in him and he says, stick around. Like, that makes sense. That line made absolutely no fucking sense.
But I love it. Some MFers are always trying to ice skate uphill. It's just
what does that mean? Like, first off, how can you ice skate uphill? Like, what are you talking about?
Exactly.
That's the
point. It's futile. You shouldn't be doing it.
They always try to do it, Luke. They always try to do it.
It's just like trying to resurrect an ancient vampire demon. You just shouldn't be doing it because it's not going to work.
And thinking you can fight Blade and win. Yeah.
Oh, I feel okay. I understand how this conversation is going to go.
I also love what is it? When you understand the nature of a thing, you know what it's capable of. That's a good one. And Biscuit Boy. I think he calls Pearl Biscuit Boy.
Cross holy water, don't do dick.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about that. So, vampire lore, as we all know, so they go over things that could kill a vampire. You got cross don't do anything. Holy water doesn't do anything. So they say silver. Okay, silver.
Yeah. Which
isn't silver usually for werewolves?
Werewolves, yes, yeah.
But not in this world. They're like, fuck, we need something. We need something here. And then garlic, just the garlic mace was great. And
I love the garlic mace.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it makes sense that they took a more scientific, biologic angle to it, since we have like a hematologist trying to develop a cure, and then like bio weapons to kill the vampire. So rather than going with the spiritual angle of like the sun as a symbol of like hope and goodness killing vampires, it's literally just the sunlight cooks them and makes them
and sunlight. Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, she even goes back to the hospital and like brings back all her lab gear and everything, so she could like really dig into the science of it all. So way to go, Karen Jensen.
This movie pass the Bechdel test? She doesn't have a conversation with another female.
There's only one female.
I mean,
well, there's
Lords in there, and then like Donald Lowe's.
No,
yeah, there's Mercury, the model vampire girl with
They're
the
like, hey,
crazy
how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good.
But there are zero conversations about interest in men, which is something that goes towards that.
Yeah.
Though Blade's mom does kind of get kind of hot on him, like for a bit there. It was kind of
disgusting.
It was on the edge there. I also like that the sarcophagus bed in Stephen Dorff's like chambers makes like the same noise as some of the equipment in James Cameron's Aliens. I hear that noise. I'm like, yay, Aliens.
Where he just like traps women, like you just stick him in the bed and
totally not sketch behavior.
Mm-hmm.
He's a vampire. It's cool.
Does Blade pass the Bechdel?
And yeah, apparently there was an original cut with Morbius showing up at the end instead of him going to Moscow. Like, yeah.
Wait, really? Or are you making that up?
No, it's real. In fact, Stephen Norrington, I think, plays him. Like, in Boucher writes, like, hey, you got more work to do, and like points, and at the top of the other building, like there's like a creepy dude standing there, and that's supposed to be Morbius. So.
Oh, it says this movie passed 1 of 3 tests.
What's that one?
Raquel. Oh wait, sorry for. Oh shoot, ads. Hold on.
I haven't got the right.
Raquel's not Tori. Tracy Lords.
Tracy Lords.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
I mean, she's pretty empowered.
Got Timu ads here. Oh. All right. Raquel and Dr. Karen speak to each other during the fight about wanting to kill one another.
Oh,
there you go. Good enough for me. That's for the 90s. That's way up there.
Pretty good. It's just weird. Like I had a great time.
Tomatoes.
Obviously seeing this movie, and then when I bought it on home video, I invited some friends over, and my buddies who were like really into Hong Kong movies came over, and they just hated it. Like they were just like at the end, they're like, that was the stupidest, crappiest movie ever. And I'm like, one, get out of my house. Two, who are
Maybe
you
they're the
guys?
stupidest, crappiest friends ever.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'll tell them that next time I see them. I'll be like, you guys. I was so surprised this movie didn't land with them.
Said.
Yeah. It's a panel of 5 other people, and they all agree.
Nope.
You
Whoa,
guys,
bro.
you guys are stupid and crappy. I mean, this movie, I can't believe it didn't land with them. So it just scratched so many of those itches.
So I recently saw Blade 2, and Chris Christopherson comes back. I forget how.
Yeah, they've been keeping him alive, like just barely.
After he shoots himself in the head.
Yeah.
But
even though it happens kind of off camera, I guess.
Yeah. And he's like turning the whole movie. He's kind of like they're waiting for him to turn into a vampire or something.
Yeah.
So Blade, he's just like a vampire, but he can't because his mother got bit when his mother was pregnant. Yeah. Some of the whatever came into him, and mother died supposedly. Spoiler. And then he was born, and then he was just eating homeless people until he was 13, right?
Yeah, you mentioned that.
But he's just like a vampire, other than he can walk. He can be out in the sunlight, right?
Daywalker, you know?
Daywalker.
All their strengths, none of their weaknesses.
Yeah.
Well, he ages like a human.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that's the other difference.
So I brought this up. So there's a lot of talk about I was born a vampire. Yeah. You, Stephen Dorff, you got bit. You're a loser. Just like in Harry Potter, if you're born into a wizard or you're not. But if you were born a vampire, wouldn't you still be a baby? Huh?
Yeah.
Just like I was born a vampire.
They mentioned
I'm still a baby.
That vampires age very slowly.
Very slowly.
But it also references, I think in one of the movies of the things, there's like a kid that's like 300 years old. So yeah, I think you would be a baby for like 80 to 100 years.
Plus, an evil council of babies would not be as cool.
And that would mean...
I disagree. I once had a script of the Council of Undead Babies, but I'm going to edit
all
that
these,
out
all
so
these CGI, all these CGI skeleton demons popping out of these babies at the end of the
we didn't even mention the CGI skeleton demons.
It is a weird take. It is a big leap too, because all right, fine, I'll they do say that in the movie. They say vampires, a Blade ages normally. Vampires, you know, I mean, that I would be kind of like, be a vampire, you want to live forever, right? But I guess Blade doesn't. So then that would mean they don't say, you know, how fast born. So
but I think those guys are super rare. I think like Stephen Dorff and the people that get bit, they're like traditional vampires. They just stay that same age forever, I think.
Okay. But
that's
I'm
when they
talking
got
about Udo and the old people who, let's say they're like a million years old or whoever, who knows. That would mean there would be a bunch of baby vampires just for decades. Like
100%.
And like vampire parents who are like, oh my God, I still have this fucking baby that won't grow up.
Yeah, like that. Like you would have to eventually find like a new parent host and somehow like show up on their doorstep and be like,
"Can you take my fucking baby?" Like
maybe they make familiars like watch their kids.
Probably.
You don't work anymore. You watch my vampire baby.
It's not that far off from Let the Right One In.
85 years old. I fucking hate him.
There's like the young girl vampire in that, and she has to find a new daddy essentially every so often because they age and die. So it'd be something like that.
What is that from?
Let the Right One In.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's a little young vampire girl in Sweden, and she she needs a new quote unquote father to pretend like she's a normal human.
Got it. Yeah. Got it. What other questions did I have? I've always been confused about when a vampire bites somebody, what's the difference between killing them and changing them? Like it feels like sometimes they can bite them and they're dead, and then like you can bite them and they'll change. That's like not just this movie, but this for Vampire Talk podcast that what I'm on right now. We're going to talk about vampires. Yeah,
and even Whistler like throws out that there's like a percentage even when and Bushy-Red's trying to like cure herself. He's like, yeah, there's like a 50-50 chance this is gonna work, and then they even mentioned
garlic in you,
Yeah, totally cool. But then they even mentioned that some people just turn into zombies outright, like Tim Guinea's character, or just like weird atrocities.
Which is another big swing for this movie.
Maybe it depends on the blood type of the victim.
Ooh.
We need to do more hematology research into this. Like
But
Dr.
then that would
Karen
mean,
needs
like,
a
if I'm a
spinoff.
vampire, I wouldn't, if I'm a vampire and I hate somebody, I'm gonna kill you. I wouldn't know. I'd be like, hey, I need to check your blood type.
Maybe they can smell it or something.
You smell it?
He did mention, because when Karen was asking him about like how he knows these vampires across the street are all vampires, it's like, oh yeah, well, one it's like move. What there's
the way they move.
Yeah, the way they move, and I think he said he could smell them too.
Yeah,
yeah. So there you go. There's a lot of lore here.
There is, and that's the thing. And there's a lot of lore and a lot of explanation, and I'm still confused.
Yeah. Let's talk about the LaserDisc, because I don't have it, so I can live vicariously through you guys. There's what, 3, 4 release? Is there a Hong Kong release?
There is.
Yep.
Yeah.
And isn't it like a few minutes shorter? I think LDDB mentions.
I feel like, yeah, that one's edited. So yeah.
Hayden, yours is special, right? Because doesn't it break the 60-minute mark on one side?
It does. Side one is 60 minutes and a few seconds, and the other side is 60 minutes and a few seconds.
Wow,
so
wild.
Cool.
How's the side break? Is it natural or?
Yeah, it was good. It didn't do like the Japanese Big Lebowski and cut in the middle of a shot. It was perfectly fine.
Good.
Normal spot to flip the disc. And being Japanese, it does have the IRE black level difference. Yeah. So for this, I mean, I turned the brightness on my TV like all the way up, and the blacks were still like solid. Like I had to do that to get it looking normal.
This movie's like 7. It's like real inky blacks, and it's just really well shot. What else you got, Marcus? You got the DTS. I'm sure that exploded.
It really does. I was gonna say the side breaks on this one because it's across 3 sides. It's a good point of dialogue on both of them, but I remember side 2, it just comes in hot. Like all of a sudden, there's like some huge explosion. I'm like, whoa, wait a second. I need to orient myself. Put the movie's back on. Give me a second.
Pump the brakes here.
Yeah, but the sound is awesome. I previously had the AC3, and this is my first time watching it in DTS, and it was amazing.
Sorry, Ryan. Yeah, I didn't mean to imply that you had the. Max has got the AC3.
Max has the AC3.
I do. I just don't know where it's at. It's probably over there somewhere.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it. I watched on the plasma back there and here. It's a fun movie. I mean, I don't mean to hate everything, guys. I hate being that guy, but I want to talk about one more thing. Which is Wesley Snipes acting in this movie. It's different. It's 98, but if you like put him against like Morpheus, all right. First off, I feel Wesley Snipes comes on. He's definitely trying to be cool. Like just everything about him is just like, oh man, I'm fucking Blade. I'm so
yeah.
So cool. But it comes across as, and you never see his character in anything else. In Morpheus, you see him, in the Matrix and then out of the Matrix. So that you see him like, oh, he's just wearing sweatpants and stuff outside. But inside, he's just like, yeah, man, I'm cool.
I think they considered Morpheus for Blade, and they also considered Marky Mark for Dorf's character. So,
oh wow,
imagine that match.
Well, didn't the extras say that LL Cool J?
Yes. When Ernest Dickerson was going to do it, it was LL. Yeah, it's funny because
I agree with you. I agree with you, Luke. I think the most natural Wesley Snipes shows himself in this film is the scene where he goes into the store with the friend to get the stuff for the serum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he like does he
handshake.
He says, "What's up?" Like that was natural.
Yeah.
And all the other stuff is very robotic.
I completely forgot about that scene.
He does these turns, and then all of it's doing the karate and
we didn't mention his cool shrine
like that. It's just ridiculous. He catches it and he smiles at the camera. I'm like, oh my god.
It's just funny because in the commentary track, like he was mentioning that scene with the showdown with him and Frost, like at the park or whatever. he was coming at Steven Dorff pretty hard, saying that he just wasn't bringing it as an actor, which is funny because if you watch that scene now, it just cuts back to Blade and he's just standing there doing nothing the entire time.
And also the fighting, there were some shots where, you know, Blade's fighting and he just like does this back punch, you know, and the guy just falls down, like just boom, like come on, that's hard to believe.
Yeah, I mean,
it's comic book though.
I know, but
I'm okay with that.
I can still,
yeah. There's a lot of cool. I just like that a lot of the action and the stuff is timed with the techno, so that scratches an itch for me for sure.
I love it. It's so good.
There's so much. Oh yeah, there's some good like drum and bass stuff in there too.
So much glass breaking.
Yeah. But again, like the kind of like the corporate headquarters like look when he drives his bike in, it's like that could have been something out of the Matrix too.
Yeah.
And I forgot the special features mentioned there was a whole cut side story about how Deacon Frost was harvesting humans in like blood pods, and it was like literally identical to the human harvesting in the Matrix. I'm like, damn, man.
My goodness.
Did that come from the comics, maybe, or?
Maybe. I don't know. The Wachowskis must have snuck into this film set or something.
They got the first cut of the script.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe so.
You didn't talk about it, but the way he makes money, how he steals watches.
Oh yeah.
Stuff, and he pays his friend in a sack of watches.
Because Dr. Karen's like kind of throwing some shade on him for ripping off. It was the cop he was robbing, right?
Yeah.
After he beats him up, he's like, "Yeah, this operation isn't going to fund itself." Like, good point. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. What are we gonna rate this thing on a scale of 1 to 5?
Oh, okay.
What do you got, Ryan?
I mean, it's got to be 3.5, 4. It's enjoyable. I liked it. I get this cheesy, but this is one of the first like superhero movies that was like big screen, big effects, big everything. And you know, it's a little tacky, and maybe they could have done a little better. But I mean, he got back on the big screen in 2024, so
it's iconic
now.
Yeah, indeed. Marcus, what do you got for a rating?
Yeah, I'm going with 4. I mean, there are flaws, as we pointed out, but in the history of comic book movies and that kind of thing, it's a big deal. Also, having a black lead and a lot of black characters, that's also a big deal for the time. So that, in my book, that's a 4 for sure.
Nice. Maxine, what do you got for a rating?
Definitely a very solid 4. I enjoy the CGI. I have no problem with this because again, I want to see the capabilities in the time period being displayed. I love the freaking CGI laser discs with all of the capacities. Love that. I have no problem with that. So, and I just the movie as a whole, everybody that's in it, it's great casting, great moody, just all the blacks are dark, just really, really good.
Yeah, it's so stylish. Morrissey, I mean, Vampire Morrissey, what do you got?
Yeah, I'd probably go with 4 as well. It's in my mind, I just, since it's a superhero movie, I'm like automatically comparing it to Batman and then Sam Raimi's Superman, and I don't, or not Superman, Spider-Man. And it's not as tight as those. It could have used a little tightening, when there's like exposition dialogue, it feels like a clunky 90s movie, but then when the action gets going, it feels like a big budget early 2000s movie. And I don't know, for me, the action, all the cool outweighs the bad. So it rocks.
Nice. Luke, we got a rating?
Yeah, as much shit as I talk, of all the late release movies to be on LaserDisc, this is a good one, and I'll keep it. There's a lot of late releases I don't give a crap about, but this is a solid movie. Udo Kier probably saves it for me. I forgot all about the gore stuff where he goes out and explodes. That was cool.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of. I mean, it's not great, but there's a lot of gory things in there. That's probably worth it for me.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4 as well, but because I just love the style of it. I love Stephen Norrington's direction, the music, just the cool factor. I'm gonna bump it up to a 4.5, just that extra cool.
Yeah.
So there you go. I should get myself a copy on LaserDisc, I guess, instead of my Snapper Case New Line Cinema DVD.
You brony.
Yeah. Hey, man, this is what it is. I got a proof of purchase in there that I was able to tear off and use to get a copy of Contact because they were giving that away for free. So, yeah, it was worth it.
And that probably wasn't routed.
It wasn't. Surprise, surprise. We'll do Contact in another episode, though. But yeah, Blade, I'm sure you never heard of it. And then you were surprised when he showed up in Deadpool versus Wolverine. You're like, who's this character?
Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, good is there going to be a remake? Because there's a joke in there about I'm the only Blade, right? And they're supposed to.
Yeah, because there was going to be the other version was already ramping up, and it was already kind of teased at the end of Eternals. So, and then all of a sudden, yeah, Ryan Reynolds and his crew threw this kind of wrench in the works with bringing back Wesley Snipes' Blade. So
is it not, or well, you don't know?
Yeah, I don't know at this point. Yeah,
I feel like it would be fine if they just did like, we're in an age of soft reboots. Just make a new Blade, have an older Wesley Snipes, and just make it, to where you don't have to have seen the old ones to follow it, but it still canonically, picks up where they left off.
And we should mention, as Luke referenced Blade 2, there were 2 sequels with Wesley Snipes that did not obviously get released on LaserDisc because they came out in the 2000s. But,
Blade 2 is, directed by Del Toro. It's kind of his first big American movie. It's good. I mean, there's a lot of fun things in there. Blade 3 I've never watched, but it's supposed to be terrible, right? It's got Ryan Reynolds is in it. That's how they knew.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't actually mind that movie, but everyone despises, really despises it. David Goyer directed that himself. The screenwriter took it on. So it's got more of a Batman kind of vibe than the other ones. It's a little overstuffed, perhaps. Maybe I need to revisit it, and maybe it's as bad as everyone says. But I know he and Wesley Snipes were kind of going back and forth quite a bit on it, because I don't think Wesley Snipes was digging some of the humor, and I don't think he was digging Ryan Reynolds' kind of shtick at the time either. So
Jessica Alba and Ryan Reynolds in that, and it's like I weirdly was watching
and Parker Posey's in it too as a villain.
Yes, and freaking Triple H.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard. I don't know.
And then Norman Reedus from Walking Dead shows up in Blade 2. There's some cool actors in the sequels. So.
Of course, what's his face? Hellboy is in it.
Oh yeah, Ron Perlman. Yeah.
Well, he's in all Del Toro movies.
But... Yeah, they're worth checking out. Yeah, and Blade 2, the style is so different than the first film, though. So that was a little jarring for me, but yeah, I still bought a copy from Circuit City because that's what you do. Any final words?
Watch
Blade. Before Hayden's sunscreen melts off his face. You should be safe. It should be getting near dark out where you are, right? You should be safe.
Yeah, no, I just woke up before the podcast. I got out of my my techno sarcophagus, with all the LEDs inside that don't hurt me.
Sure, just make up whatever you want.
Yeah, no, do you age, Hayden, or are you just frozen at whatever time frame you got bit?
Yeah, no, I'm a pure blood, actually.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right, cool. Yeah.
How long were you a baby? A long time?
Oh, a really, really long time.
Yeah.
So we got to talk about with Blade. We got to talk about what we do in the shadows, where he.
I was totally going to reference that because Wesley Snipes and Donald Logue both show up in What We Do in the Shadows.
Was he in it? When was he? Oh, okay. I forget about
Wesley Snipes was in season 1, and Donald Logue was at the cusp of it was season 3 into 4, season 4 into 5. He showed up when they had he was on the Vampire Council that came to visit, and then he was painting their portrait in the next season.
No,
and he's at the time of Blade, I wasn't even a vampire yet, but I got really into the lifestyle. Yeah, Donald Logue's
so
in it.
Playing himself. He's playing himself.
Yeah, the same way Wesley Snipes is playing himself in the Vampire Council.
No, he's playing Blade. I thought.
No, they're all actors who portrayed vampires.
I
in
know,
movies.
But we're talking about a TV show, and they're all playing.
No, they specifically referenced the actor names, not the character names. like Paul Rubens is Paul.
Well,
and Wesley is Wesley.
But he's dressed as his vampire.
Yeah, but the gag is that all the actors that played vampires really were vampires or became vampires.
Okay, I got you. Anyway, if What We Do in the Shadows, there's a great in season 1 where they go to the Vampire Council and they have all these characters and
Tilda Swinton.
Tilda Swinton from Only Lovers Left Alive, which is probably one of the best vampire movies I've ever seen.
Danny Trejo
from
Dusk Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn, yeah. Yep. And then what's her face from the girl Rachel? No.
Oh yeah.
From True Blood.
Yeah.
And then they have Wesley Snipes on a laptop.
He's phoning in on Zoom or something.
Which means he did just phone. They got him to just phone it in on a Zoom call. It was pretty funny. And his computer was glitching the whole time. They're like, what is he doing? He's not even a full vampire. He's a daywalker.
Nothing would be cooler than if all of a sudden Wesley Snipes showed up in our Zoom and like joined us right now. See if that happens.
I sent him the link, but
whatever. But yeah, lots of good references, and of course, shouting out to my man Hayden, the Venture Brothers, one of the best television shows of all time, has a Blackula hunter. So he's like kind of like a crossover of like a 70s blaxploitation character and Blade named Jefferson Twilight, and he only hunts Blackulas.
He looks pretty. I've seen at some point I've seen a panel from like the 70s Blade comic. Like I've never read it, but like that's which obviously he in that comic panel kind of looks like he's based off of like Shaft or something. And the character Jefferson
like
Twilight
vintage 70s,
one of the best characters.
Yeah, and he's like throughout pretty much the whole run of the show because he's in the movie that came out like a year or two ago too. So yeah, he's an integral like kind of side character in there. So yeah, the Order of the Triad. They're cool. Trust me.
I'm applying to be one of the members.
I bet you are. See how that goes. But yeah, Blade. It's super awesome. Super cool. You should have a copy.
Without Blade, there's no Matrix. So
yeah. Oh, and I did want to mention the pureblood vampires are so important to. They need to, of course, mix with. Oh, they need Blade's blood, but they need the pureblood vampires to be on these like little pedestals in this temple.
And she kills one.
She kills one.
That guy.
Like those guys are supposedly pretty rare in this universe. Like I don't know, man. That was a good power play, but that was pretty risky. Like I don't know. I never figured that out.
They just take his blood like normal. I was like, why are you gonna put him in an Iron Maiden thing? just take his blood, like whatever.
For style points, I guess.
Okay, sure.
You can't watch the blood like drain if you just go pale.
Yeah.
Rip it over.
Yeah, there's this like this cool like kind of gilded
I was
channels.
Like, give Blade a cookie. That's a lot of blood, man.
That's why Dr. Karen offers herself up as a snack. So yeah, good deal. Anyways, Blade, everybody. Hopefully y'all enjoyed Deadpool versus Wolverine. And if you haven't seen Blade, that'll you'll be like, who is this guy? I need to see more of this. Go back and watch it. I think it's time for pickups, huh? Yeah. I was gonna do a Wolfpick, but I figured like I was just gonna be like Demolition Man versus something, and Demolition Man was just gonna win immediately. So it's like, I don't know, what was I gonna do? Like Tu Wong Fu versus Jungle Fever. I don't know.
Oh,
so many options.
Okay, I see.
Anyways,
yeah.
But yeah, because I was gonna do like '93. He was in a ton of movies, so I was gonna do like Rising Sun versus.
I mean, it's
Demolition Man.
Maybe Major League versus.
Yeah.
Do white men can't jump versus Major League? That's
right. There we go.
Yeah, that would have been a good one. Yeah, for sure. Then I'd have to go dig through my comedy discs. I think they're in the other room. Anyway, save that for another episode. We should do Demolition Man someday, though. Why have we not done that?
I know we should too.
Yeah. Anyways, it's pickups time. Everybody's favorite part of the show. Ryan buys Indonesia and sends it over here. I would show you my pickups, but I have not bought a single LD since the last episode. So just look at them in the background.
Really good pickup segment, Sam. We got pickups.
Yeah, I knew you'd like it. Yeah, no, nothing new. What do you got, Ryan?
Well, we'll start off Indonesian with fried green grails.
Whoa.
Yes, sir.
Why is this showing up everywhere now?
Now I got one and it's popped up everywhere. Marcus got one.
Didn't Howler just get one, or somebody got
Howler
one?
just got one.
Yeah, exactly. Like as soon as one person got it, we all got it. But like, it hadn't been on eBay, it hadn't been anywhere. But yep, I finally got this.
Fried grilled tomatoes.
Watch this. Like, I don't even. But it's like the only signature I needed. So whatever. Whatever. All right. Let's see. This one's from Taiwan. It's Hello, She Lied with Kathy Ireland, of all people.
Oh, Hannah.
So I don't know.
That's not Kathy in the back, though, right? Who's that?
No, it looks a little steamy, so we'll see. Audie England, maybe? Whatever.
Yeah, Kathy keeps it classy. She doesn't go too trashy.
Did I miss Sam? Did Sam not have any pickups?
I did not have any pickups. I have no LDs.
You missed like 12 of them already, Luke.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I was just like throwing them up.
This is Millie. It's like
it's like a TV movie.
A kid, like, TV movie, but it's got some butt on the back. So, you know,
Perfect.
They're like, well, this isn't gonna sell it for you, so boom.
And it's like huge, that one picture too.
Yeah. I thought that was quite amusing. Like, I'm like, okay, this looks interesting. Whatever. What? Okay. Now you got my no.
Shower butt.
Yeah. Escape to Nowhere.
Wow.
It's like some.
That dude doing a kickflip back there? What is he doing?
I think
he's getting exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got like she's all like
dead or seductive.
Like the torture and explosion. You know, you're gonna get it all on the cover.
Yeah.
And on the back, you just got some war scenes or something. So this looks interesting. I'm sure it's gonna be really good.
Yeah, bet.
Wow.
Rough cut.
Ooh.
It's a little rough on the cut, so looks interesting though. So
is that what's his name? Richard, the dude from like all the
the
80s action movies. Yep.
It 100% is.
Yeah.
Yep. They're over here. I swear I'm prepared.
I believe you.
I mean, you watched me prepare, so yeah.
I watched you crawl around on the floor pulling discs.
Yeah. I got some Brotherhood of Justice with Keanu. And
wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So, did not know this existed. I think this is like Singapore.
This is cool. Nice.
I think I'm Roddy Piper complete now. This is
very cool.
It's got Piper, Captain Lou Albano in it, so Sam Fatu. Like this is some good stuff, and this one was hard to find, but I'm really happy about it.
Cool jacket too.
Yeah, I like the body slam on both sides.
Yeah.
This one is called Invincible, and the cover doesn't look very noteworthy, but it's got this guy named Billy Blanks playing a guy named Billy. So
wow.
You can't go wrong with Mr.
Billy
in a Hong Kong film.
3? Is it a Cat 3?
Yeah, of course it is.
That dude's gritting his teeth.
He's English subs. So
he should get a bit for his teeth because he's like gonna grind his teeth down.
Oh yeah, but I mean, yeah, and then I think that's what's his name? Yam.
Oh, Simon Yam.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Walkie Pie.
This one looks really good.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to that. That one I've been looking for a long time, since like you could use LaserDisc database to search IMDb. Like,
ooh.
I know that's like a flashback now because you can't do that like you used to. I got a movie that I already had, but I've got a problem. This is this is Nuki, of course.
Legend.
Special Nuki though.
Yes, this is the Taiwan Nuki, I believe.
Didn't you say you tried you famously do not like that movie?
Like, it's absolutely terrible. I made it through it once and I will never do it again. But it came up really cheap, and I like we know I have a problem, but this is
like a Mac and Me ripoff. It's like, we saw Mac and Me and like, we can do that.
God, it is just the worst movie of all time. But anyway.
Copy of a copy of a copy.
Yeah, seriously.
There's no wheelchair scene in that one.
Sadly no.
There's just a lot of nuking over and over again. All right, Darklands. This has got
looked like Ray Liotta for a second.
Craig Fairbrass and Rowan's King. But that on the back it just says pagan place.
What?
Like really big text. So I don't know what's going on here, but it's the movie Darklands. I don't know if that's like a location in the movie
or another title. Who knows?
Maybe. Who knows? But it only says it, and then it's not in the words below. So there's something about like a Celtic ritual. So maybe it's a location. Who knows?
Maybe it's a leftover Photoshop layer, like Lorem Ipsum or something.
Yeah, totally.
Maybe it's like a warning for people who are scared of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Heed the warning, Ryan.
Yep. We've got Prophet here.
Wow.
This is the pilot for the TV show.
Wow.
With Adrian Pastar and Lisa Zane. So
a name you can't trust.
Yep, that's right.
Wow.
There's Adrian there. But yeah, that one was cool because I'm like, I didn't know this was a TV show.
You never saw it, yeah.
Probably made it like an episode or 3, and then
it was on USA or something.
Yeah. That was a good network, Tim. Or Sam. Wow, I'm tired.
Tim. Yep.
I was close. I was thinking TNT and Sam and Mobius here.
Hell yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Computer virus.
Hell yeah.
On a space shuttle.
Yeah.
It's got T.S. Morgan, Leslie Stevens, and Mark Oliver. I know those are big names.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Strong.
Yeah.
Strong cast.
I like deep sea movies, so this one's a conspiracy.
All right.
Yeah, it's got Patricia Talbot, Peter Snyder, Mike Rubbs.
It's not really deep. They're just in the pool.
But there's a conspiracy, so it makes it deeper.
Deep sea conspiracy.
The back is also super generic, so I'm looking forward to this. I have a feeling that there's going to be like very little time underwater and lots of conspiracy around it.
On the boat. Yeah.
Definitely
exactly.
On the boat.
Yeah.
Couple more. Got Cooper Smith.
Wow.
Sweet Scent of Murder with Grant Show. I want to say this
wow.
pilot that didn't get optioned or something. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't a for TV movie.
If it's Grant Show, it's probably a TV pilot.
Hey, he's got his own LaserDisc. Did you?
I mean, not that I know of, but someday you're gonna find one in Indonesia.
We're gonna press one. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Right after we get Deadpool, right?
100%.
Yeah, this one's very interesting. And then I have Max to thank for this one. We had to work a little bit on this to figure out how to pay for it because I didn't want to take real money and only wanted like bank transfer in blood. But this is Blood Diner, directed by.
I didn't even know that was on LD.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd been looking for this one for a while. Max tried to get it, and the guy like canceled on her, and she's like, "Go for it." He raised the price, and so I had to do a bank transfer to get it, which
is this the guy on LDDB that requires bank transfer, the seller, or is it somebody else?
Yeah. I mean, there's a few of them on there, so but
that's nuts.
We figured out a way. So if you message me, like I figured something out that's pretty straightforward. But
we created a Bitcoin,
like,
and then
one disc
in blood
like
packets.
$50, so or €50. He's like, it's €50 for one disc or 5, and I'm like, dude, you have like this and like 27 commons. Not worth it to me. So but yeah, this movie's amazing. If you haven't seen it, there's a really nice Vestron, I believe.
Yeah,
it's Vestron, right? Doesn't it have like the it's got the Vestron logo, so you know that like your quality level is 10 to start.
Yeah.
We're all big Vestron fans here. But yeah, this movie's great, so find it. But yeah, those are my pickups this time around. No
casual
other than fried green tomatoes,
All right, Marcus, what do you got? You got a body slam Ryan with some heavy hitters.
I found Blood Diner and I'm downloading it.
All right. I got some heavy hitters that I can body slam with. I'm going to start off with one that I cannot find on LDDB, and I need you guys' help identifying what in the world. Where's this come from?
Oh, it's an ERA release.
It's
ERA.
It's got to be Hong Kong then.
Well, that's what I thought. It has to be Hong Kong because it's ERA. But all the other Hong Kong releases with ERA have, Chinese or Mandarin right on them somewhere, and there's all English.
And you got some funky, funky stickers from like sensors too.
Yeah,
it makes it think. Yeah, right.
So, I mean, so it came from Singapore. It's got the Singapore sticker right there.
Yeah.
But everything else points to it being Hong Kong, but it's not Hong Kong.
Huh. Or they did two. I did two for some reason, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they did like a Asian rental market that went outside that they just didn't put the subs on. I don't know.
Yeah, so they've got on LDDB, there's RoboCop 2 and 3 are listed as ERA.
Yeah.
But the covers have,
totally
Chinese,
different.
Yeah, it look totally different. And they have subtitles. This does not have any subtitles.
Weird.
So it's got to be a Singapore release. Does ERA, put it over there.
Huh.
What does the label look like?
And that's the TV pilot, right?
No, this is the movie.
Yeah, it looked like the legit one.
That's the TV pilot, I think, because it's like the future law enforcement was like the TV pilot or the TV movie. I think.
Yeah, but that was the tagline in the movie too.
Oh, was it? Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the movie.
Yeah.
There's the label.
Wow.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's got the Orion logo. Yeah, that looks legit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this
is randomly saw it.
Oh, there we go.
TV series US one.
Yeah, I've got that one.
Yeah, and that's
I'm pretty sure this is the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, because it says RoboCop the series on the TV one.
Yeah.
You'll have to report back if there's any genital shooting or anything.
Yeah.
I will.
Spoiler there
on any differences.
Yeah. I mean that would be a good movie for the podcast, but
it's true.
I mean,
I'm always down for some RoboCop.
Plus, it's like a landmark LD release. Yeah, we should do that.
Love RoboCop.
Yeah, I can't believe we've never done it. We've talked about it before, but
that's true.
Yeah. All right, add that up with Demolition Man.
Demolition Man.
On the file. Yep.
It's on the list. In the queue.
Got to get Tyler.
All right, next up. This was the last Ninja Turtles.
Nice.
Animated that I needed.
Wow.
So now there were 9 discs that were released. So this was the last one that I needed.
Super cool.
Pretty cool that I got all of them. This one happens to be sealed, but at some point, my kids will want to watch it and we'll watch it together.
Nice.
Yeah. Found this one locally, random, just in a bin. I was like, what in the world is this doing here?
Nice. I just love that they use the VHS art or whatever and then just kind of staggered
just copied it
to the side. Yeah.
I love it so
good
much.
Enough.
Yeah. All right, Luke's really going to appreciate this one. Did not have a copy of Hard Boiled.
Right, yeah.
I got the Killer last year at some point.
Yeah.
And it's Cav.
Yep. Awesome.
It's a cool
funny story. Oh, go ahead. So Vinny has that one, and he always talks about it, that he got it when he worked at Laserland. His boss got John Woo to sign it.
Yeah.
They cut out something in there, something weird. He's like, oh man, he messed up my LaserDisc to sign the thing. Anyway, I rewatched. Growing up, I used to love Hard Boiled, and I didn't really like The Killer. But now that I'm older, I watched The Killer. I'm like, this is pretty good. And I tried watching Hard Boiled again. I'm like, oh, I don't like this as much as I did. I don't know. It's weird.
Killer's always been my favorite, but Hard Boiled still, kicks down doors. It rules. Yeah.
Yeah, it is just nonstop action. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next up.
Oh,
Paul Walker.
The Deedles.
Oh my gosh.
That's a Grail, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is a Grail. I think it's a 99. I'm pretty sure it's AC3. Let's see. Yeah, AC3.
I was 100% working at the movie theater when that movie came out, and I was just like, what is, because those 2 people were unknown. Like one of them was Paul Walker, you're saying? I couldn't tell you that. But yeah, it's like, who are these people and why are they getting a movie? It was just the time of these kind of like movies being churned out like this, and eight heads in a duffel bag, just these kind of comedy, kind of action, whatever movies. Yeah, it's interesting.
I like their hair.
I only got it because it was super cheap.
Yeah.
So I didn't even realize it was Paul Walker until I got home. Oh yeah, that is Paul Walker.
If you love Fast and Furious, you're gonna love that movie.
Yes, I can't wait. All right, the only reason I have this one is because it's a ripoff of Alien. Look, it looks like it is.
Nice.
Dark Universe.
A good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're really ripping that off. Yeah.
Yeah. This is definitely Alien ripoff. All right, another local find. Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So good.
Yeah. So this will be fun. Let's see. We've got some Jim Kelly action. Golden Needles.
Nice.
Wow.
It's hard to find.
Oh.
That's a score.
Yeah. This is another really hard to find one. I didn't know it was on LD. Actually didn't even know the film existed, but it showed up on some of the blaxploitation lists that I've been tracking. And it's a Hong Kong release. Farewell or Goodbye Uncle Tom.
Huh.
It's supposedly this is like the most brutal movie ever made about slavery. Like it is.
Wow.
It's pretty out there. Not an easy watch.
That's the Korean one, right?
Yeah, that's Korean.
Yeah.
That's Korean.
But you also said that's a extended version, right?
Yeah, this from what I can tell, it just got a 4K release, and the 4K is like edited, watered down. The scenes are different. This is supposedly like the original theatrical international release. Yeah.
There's a guy on, I keep looking on eBay. If you look up LaserDisc Korea, there's more and more Korean discs popping up from, how long did that take you for it to get to you? I mean,
like no more than a couple weeks. It was pretty quick.
Yeah.
It was quick.
Yeah, there's one I'm looking at. I keep like, yeah, do I want it?
I bought from that guy a couple of times.
Yeah.
All right, next up from our buddy Austin, he sent me a couple of PAL discs. Home Alone, Gatefold.
Oh.
Wow.
This thing is beautiful.
Ooh.
I'll show you. So here's the front. Here's the back. And then we've got the gatefold, which again, this thing is like,
damn, that's so sick.
This is an excellent release. Excellent release.
Huh. Yeah, they really went for it.
Spoiler alert. What come on there? Gatefold, giving away the end of the movie.
So no way to spin it, but it's a nice one to sit on the shelf.
Great art. Great art.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can come over and we'll watch it.
Okay.
I'll spin it up
we'll watch it at your place?
Yeah. Stopping by.
All right. Second PAL. And this is my third PAL overall. They Live.
There we go.
Oh, so sick.
I've been after this one just for the cover variant.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah,
pretty cool. So this is my third They Live. Nice. I'm also eyeing one on eBay from some guy named Rotirion, so maybe we'll make a deal for the one he's got.
That guy's prices are crazy. I don't know.
They are. I don't know.
That sold last week. I think it was last week.
Did?
2 weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
My soul.
Gotta push that. Gotta shoot your shot. Let's go. Gotta go.
I know. I slept on it. I was busy buying vinyl. We'll get there.
Yeah.
All right, next one. I think this is 99 or maybe late 98.
That's late-ish, right?
Heroes.
Yeah.
Chris Farley. Never seen it, but it's been on my list and it came up cheap enough, so I picked it up.
Yep.
I think I showed that last episode.
Oh, did you?
You got that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I just got that too. I thought that maybe I didn't show it, but it's not in the
it works.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I've never seen that one. And what is Wagons East, the John Candy one? Like one of his last movies.
Yeah.
I've never seen either of those movies. Yeah.
All right, I got two more. I consider these pretty heavy hitters. So at first glance, this just looks like T2 squeeze, the first one, non-THX. But this one's got the black obi that they went to in 97. Extremely rare with the black obi.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So another T2 variant.
Another T2 variant. I didn't have it.
Is it the first transfer or second transfer?
The first transfer. It's not the good
transfer.
It's not the good transfer.
Okay.
But like a reissue from later on. Yeah.
But it's got the good obi. So
yeah.
Right. I mean, it belongs in on my squeeze shelf, right? So now as far as I know, until Luke tells me differently.
Don't say it. Don't you say it.
I'm not going to use the word, but as far as I know, I've got all the films, squeeze films, NTSC, and all the releases. As far as I know.
Did the price change? Like, did it go down on that one, or is it still
it's the same?
RDN?
Price is the same. It went down for THX, if you could believe it. So when they
That's
released
crazy.
THX, in 97 or whatever it was, the price was cheaper. It's like 600 yen or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Anyway.
There's a
Squeeze
bunch
complete
of Vestron releases that are inadvertently squeezed that you can find.
No, Hayden has confirmed that those are not official squeeze releases. Over this, we've been over this.
I need to wage a campaign to get those ones removed from the squeeze list. Like,
I don't even see them. I just keep scrolling. Scrolling. They're not legit.
Yeah, no,
not legit. All right, and then last one, just ending with a.
Oh, all right.
A common. This is a common.
Oh, nice.
Holy shit.
Mark has got a limey.
Just a little common here.
Oh, snap.
And it's a sample. Sample.
Wow.
Yeah, because nobody was buying LDs at that time. They had to give away samples. Yeah.
It's a big boy.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't. Okay. I watched Sexy Beast recently, and I think I watched the limey when it came out. I definitely didn't watch Sexy Beast. But yeah, I wouldn't mind rewatching that one. Yeah, nice.
Never seen it.
Yeah,
but it's 2001, so
it's gonna be hard without subtitles with those hard, thick accents. Yeah,
that was wild. Was that the last one?
That was the last one.
All
yeah.
All right, moving on to Maxine. What do you got?
I did 2 LaserDisc pickups today.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna show some of those.
Timely.
And I had, this is from Japan. That's the only thing that I have from Japan.
Nice.
But I mean, it's trauma. Not get rid of my VHS. So,
upgrade.
I almost forgot to show you the coolest thing. Okay, I have a piece of swag. A very unassuming box, you might think.
Yeah, nothing important.
Nothing important. Except it's a freaking towel! A
laser towel.
Wow.
Towel.
Yep. Wow.
This is
laser towel-y.
It's going in the bathroom. It's a strong move.
Yeah, that's a statement in the bathroom.
So I'm envisioning you're stepping out of the shower, you wrap yourself in the laser towel, and you're playing it on your little 9-inch TV CRT, right?
And then I'm going to put on my laser karaoke robe.
The robe.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's great. I can't wait to see like the whole Pioneer laser karaoke line at like Kohl's in the future.
The Martha Stewart.
The Martha Stewart Pioneer Living.
Pioneer Living. I love that. Oh my god. I got a Corey.
Oh wow.
A fell dog.
I've not seen that.
Nice.
I don't think I've seen this one either. I think for a long time I confused that with License to Drive, and then I saw License to Drive. I'm like, no, that's what I wrote. Driving Force.
That one's so good.
Oh, Sam Jones, nice.
Yeah, Dawn. It has Swayze. I was sold immediately.
Yep.
Oh, Dawn. Oh, Catherine Bach. All right, cool.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Counts.
This one I was sold by Rose. I didn't need to know what it was. I was sold by Rose being in it.
Oh,
that was what I needed to know.
Never seen that.
Never even heard of this.
Amy Locane, Affleck, great choice. Wow. Yeah. Jeremy Davies. Yeah, that's kind of like indie hitters.
Yeah. But we'll see what that one's like. Yeah. Detonator 2.
Pierce.
Gonna
show the stash.
So good.
Shows Pierce. Diplomatic Immunity.
Billy Drago.
Yeah. It's got a Klaus and a cowboy, so it's gonna be good. And then I got really lucky. I got a bunch of Jackie Chan's. There's a box set too, which I will show another.
Oh, sick.
This one, which is Miracle.
Miracles, yeah.
Project Eagle.
Yep.
Young Master and
Wheels on Meals. I always love that one.
And I didn't have any of those, so Stoked on that. And then I got these.
Oh wow, the old animated ones. Nice.
I love me some cartoons.
Those are heaters.
These are
heaters.
Ooh, Hulk.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Beautiful.
It's got some it's been beaten on by a kid, but
yeah.
All good.
All good. And then I got some weird ones. These.
Ooh, 3Ms.
These are weird. This is a sample.
Oh yeah.
From actual Image Entertainment. Supposedly, the relative of the person I got these from worked at Image. But this is
that's a Fox one probably. I think
they worked at a pressing plant, so there was this martial arts is what it says.
I think that's the same one I have. It's a really good comp.
Yeah, but I just was like, okay, cool. I'll see if there's anything special about it or if it's just not in a sleeve. But this one is open, the other one is sealed. This is Amiga.
Oh, wow.
Sales system, Commodore business machines from September of 1990.
Wow.
Badass.
Well, that should be some good information.
I don't think I realized Commodore was still selling business machines in 1990.
Well, they may not have been. And that's when I needed that.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of times these 3Ms would be put into a place and just like put on loop. Like as a point of sales. Like
sales thing, yeah.
Right.
This one is MSAT Skillworks Adult Literacy. Everyday Matters. And it's sealed, so they didn't use it.
Well, maybe they had another one. Yeah.
So
they ordered 2 accidentally.
Maybe so. Hopefully they're not just all illiterate. I don't
know. No.
But yes, I will. You know what? I'm gonna end it with a late release just because.
I mean, yeah, it's tradition. Oh, thank you, Blue Eyes. Nice. Score.
Very nice.
Pull that one up for good measure.
Yep.
That's it.
All right, Hayden. What sort of LaserDisc did you cull from the victims of your lunches that you chewed on there?
I got a few things, you know.
Flair.
I normally don't consider, picking up a movie for the episode to be a pickup, but this was unexpected. I was not going to get this. So I went to go, I don't have many, so I'm just going to say this real quick. Went to go visit the Pure Blood Elders, my grandmother, and she watches this show.
Hey, hey, Grandma. What's up?
What up, Grandma?
Grandma home.
She wanted to know what our next episode was. I told her it was Blade. She asked if I had it. I made the mistake of saying no. And 24 hours later, she told me not to pick it up.
It was
and that she had ordered it.
Grandma's money.
And she said, I hope the Japanese version is okay.
Wow. Well, I would also, I want Hayden's grandmother to know that I also don't have a copy. So just saying.
And it's his fault, Grandma.
I will say I don't have the cell, Grandma.
Yeah.
So
I told her I will not be telling her what the upcoming episodes are anymore. But if any of you would like to tell her,
for sure,
you know what you need, shoot your shot. Just try,
the cell's coming up next.
Do you think she just got it on eBay? Where do you think she just got it from eBay or something?
Oh yeah, she got it from eBay. I was watching the listing that she got. I made sure she got that one.
Man, I can't wait.
And not another one because I was worried she horrifically overpaid for it.
Yeah.
So, and then she couldn't. She wouldn't stop there. She also got.
She's going with the back catalog and everything.
Grandma is the coolest.
I love this.
And this is sealed also.
Woo!
Yeah, dude. So. new stock, new old stock.
Mystery air.
So I got a couple others. These ones I got. I've been trying a couple that I've been trying to find for a minute. Got the Japanese hardware.
Nice.
So this is one from when we did the episode where we all recommended movies to each other.
I forced you to watch that weirdness.
Yeah, and the first time I watched it, I didn't really like it, but I've been thinking about it since then, and I've been wanting to rewatch it. So this one popped up on,
excellent,
the site we don't talk about, and I had to pick it up.
Yep.
And then also got the '80s release of the Ziggy Stardust concert film.
Wow, that's awesome.
Ooh.
I don't know if it comes off on the camera, but this is all silver.
Yeah, that corner OB.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Sick.
Yeah.
As far as LaserDisc goes, that is what I've got at the moment.
That's
nice.
Really solid.
Excellent.
Excellent choices, sir. Luke, what are you carrying?
Well, I was talking to Hayden's grandma just because we talked.
What'd she send you?
She's just like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Not much."
Yeah. I got that serum you need.
She's like, "Blade's so freaking cool." I was like, "You damn right, grandma." So I went to, I don't have many, but I went to Half Price Books in Tacoma in Washington, and they had this guy, and it's one of those things where you find something, it's like, I'll get it if I find something else. Like, I'm not just gonna get this because it was only like $3. But then I was like, I didn't find anything, and so I left it, and I came back, it's still there because nobody cares. This is a test pressing of a opera disc.
Oh wow!
So it was like $3. It's
cool.
A sample copy. It's
white label.
Oh,
very white label, like computer printed.
Ooh.
The only opera I own, and I will probably get rid of it soon. So this is stuff that Maxine actually showed a few podcasts back, and I was like, I need that one in my life, and so I got Space Ghost.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I showed this one already. It doesn't matter. But yeah, Space Ghost. My dad famously, I was watching Coast to Coast as a kid, and he's like, I used to watch that back in the 60s. And yeah.
You're like, sure you did, Dad.
You did.
That experience.
And then I also picked up A Man Called Flintstone, which is
nice.
Just such a weird one. Like a full movie about, hey, we got Fred, let's make him a spy, and then let's make a whole movie.
Sure.
I love it. I love it. It's a good one.
This one I got because of you guys talk, and I listen. I listen to what you guys say. What's his face? Spencer, back when he was on, he talked about this box set, and of course, Spencer always likes to say that this is the rarest thing ever. You will never find this ever in a million years. But it was hard to find.
Pick a few.
I got the Alamo box set.
Yeah,
and it is
ask me for it. I have it.
It is the AC. Well, I got it for like
AC3.
AC3, super cheap AC3 one. It is so rare. Oh my goodness, it's the rare. Spencer's becomes,
yeah,
it's the rarest thing ever.
Nothing rare.
Yeah, I'm not going to even say his name. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so I got that again. I will probably never watch this movie, but
it's like the Roadshow cut. That's like only on Laserdisc, right?
Well, the other one is, but this is the AC3 version, which you talked about. You cut me down pretty hard. You're like, it's probably fake AC3 anyway. Who gives a shit? You're a dummy.
No, I mean, I was just intrigued by it. Me and Seth were nerding out because, 70 millimeter at the time, usually had mono surrounds and then 5 front channels. So I was like, how does that, work in a 5.1? Yeah.
Anyway, yes, I've seen that box everywhere. And because of Dumb Spencer, I always check. I'm like, okay, is this
for the AC3? Yeah.
And I finally found it. Yeah. Here's another one I found. This is a late release, but I'm talking about movies I don't care about, but I still found it out in a Half Price Books, American History X. I tried watching this movie, and I was like, oh, it's just like if you were a Nazi, you could watch it and be like, yeah, this movie, and just stop it midway. Be like,
yeah.
Great movie.
The first half of it is Nazi recruitment movie, and then
really intense. And then it's like, we're gonna fix racism. All right, everybody. And it's like, okay, let's just put that.
And they did. So good job, filmmakers.
Yeah, racism gone. This is a fun one. The guy on eBay, the Hong Kong guy in California, who has all the Hong Kong discs. I don't know if you know. Picked up a nice Train Spotting, nice Hong Kong of it's an insane.
That's a very cool cover.
That is wild.
Wow.
Sam talks about movies he watches a lot. I watched this movie so many times. I mean, I put it on and it's just like I know every shot, I know every line.
Yeah.
It's just like in my DNA. It's so weird. But yeah, I love it. And I love the sequel too. I love Train Spotting 2. I thought it was better than the first one, but nobody cares about that. And then last one, so of course David Lynch died, rest in peace. Yeah. I had all the Japanese Lynch discs that I gave a shit about. I'm not going to say I was complete, but had all the ones that I cared about, except for this one, and I found this one for pretty cheap.
Nice.
Nice one. I've seen this movie a million times too. This documentary where he goes back and talks with all the people he made Eraserhead with, and just like, I don't know. It's weird when you watch something like, man, I've seen this so many times.
It's like muscle memory at that point. Yeah.
And that's it. That's all I've got for LaserDisc.
Very nice. Yeah. Rest in peace, David Lynch. We should do a David Lynch special. Wait, we did.
Thank you, Sam. I'm assuming you threw it to me. You'll see by the microphone that I'm now a YouTuber. I don't shine shoes anymore. Maybe you haven't heard. You've been away. Here are my pickups. Sorry I couldn't be with you guys. I love Blade. Blade's great. I have the AC3. I don't have the DTS, but always love that movie. Okay, pickups. I'll start with two things that Ryan sent me because he couldn't sell them. Grapes of Wrath, which I have somehow never seen. I will remedy that. And because I live near the once home of Thomas Edison in New Jersey, he sent me not one but two Thomas Edison movies. A young Thomas Edison and then an older Thomas Edison. I grabbed the widescreen version of Pretty Woman because why not? I've not seen it in ages, but I remember enjoying it. This one has a commentary track. This was in a lot I got that was kind of interesting, especially in a post-Oppenheimer world, to get to sort of hear both sides of the story. This was, I believe, made for Showtime, directed by Roger Spottiswoode. The letterbox version of Judgment at Nuremberg, MGM remaster. The widescreen remaster of Silkwood. This was a cable TV staple in the 80s. Shower scene was always terrifying in a different way than Psycho. Grabbed a widescreen Time After Time. This is something I've not seen, but all you nerds rave about it, and the price was right, so I got Batman, Mask of the Phantasm. So I'm excited to actually watch this. I've heard so many great things. Not an animation guy, as you know, but maybe for Batman, I will enjoy it. Ida Lupino, Beware My Lovely. This is a Republic Pictures release. Looks cool. Film noir. I like her. I'll check it out. This sounded incredible. I'm really excited to watch this. Gabriel Over the White House. This was based on a book from 1933. It is about a president, while recuperating from a near-fatal car accident, is visited by the angel Gabriel, and upon his recovery is dedicated to serving the needs of his people. Why would a president do that? This is ridiculous, but I'll check it out. It is sealed. MGM late-ish release. And a remastered Drugstore Cowboy. Very cool. Those are LaserDiscs.
Yeah, it's time to dig into some hot topics time. Things that have been happening in the LaserDisc world, sometimes on LaserDisc Forever, or maybe just out there on the mean streets in LaserDiscville. LaserDisc City, right? Is that the place, Maxine, where the bus goes?
Yes. Wait, I have it. Show it. It's a whole thing. All right, here it is.
There we go, LaserDisc City, baby.
Nice.
Someone needs to make a 70s, 80s style TV show about some cops that work the beat on LaserDisc City streets.
You can do it with AI.
Yes, perfect. Hayden loves that.
Yeah.
Luckily, he just offered to animate it for us, so that's good.
Even better.
Yep. Speaking of Hayden, one of the exciting moments in LDF was when he let me know, and a lot of other people, that Hunt does shoot first in Star Wars. When someone was questioning in a strange kind of spasm of letters and words, asking. I don't even know what the full question was, but Hunt shoots first, right?
Yeah, Hunt shoots first.
Yep.
I know the post you're talking about. I don't remember the entire
phrasing.
Stream of
cacophonous word salad that the post was, but I mean that was something. There's been a lot of good indecipherable posts lately.
Yeah. I was inspired by yours to give him a last name of Scolo, so he's Hunt Scolo now. But yeah, shout out to our man Tay, who is a legitimate LaserDisc fan and poster, but sometimes his the language barrier gets in his way, and some of the LDFers aren't quite sure of what's going on with some of his posts. But no, he's just a really big LaserDisc fan, and is just super enthusiastic about the history of it. So sometimes it gets a little weird in the phrasing and stuff. I don't even think that was one of his though. That was somebody else posting that.
No, that was someone else entirely.
Yeah.
Was it his comment or was it somebody else's comment?
Yeah, I think it was. I forgot the name of the poster, but yeah, he was asking about like did Hunt shoot first in Siri?
And he also in that post, I remember there was something about like, I think this is the theatrical version, but it's widescreen, and it's like, well, that is the theatrical version. It's like,
yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, like there were places called movie theaters, and then people would go and see the films there, and then.
I just remember hitting Facebook and seeing Hayden's comment, just pasting the comment. I'm like, yep.
So I just wanted to thank you personally for bringing Hunt Scolo into my life. So
yeah,
I mean, I get a tattoo of him now.
You're welcome.
Yeah. What else? There was some good gatekeeping stuff. Kevin brought up an interesting point that I think some of the knee-jerk reactions to it like went out of control, but. Just that whole concept of collecting for collecting's sake, and like he was posting, I don't know, like somebody else with like a record group or a VHS group or something, like we buy the things and we actually use them, and he was kind of joking around like, yeah, there's probably a lot of people that just buy LaserDiscs and don't actually use them or whatever. So that turned into a bit of a hot nightmare. But there's that idea of like, I could use the thing better than you, so therefore. You should not buy it and then let me have it. So, and I don't know. I'm guilty to some extent when I watch people's videos and I see they have a cool new collection of discs and they're like, I don't have a player and I'm not getting one. I'm like, oh man, it's like a bit of a buzzkill. But
you hope it's a gateway drug.
That's kind of where I'm coming from. I hope what they say is like, I'm looking for a player, and then I keep watching the video for sure, 100%. But I mean, I personally don't collect formats that I don't have, except for I think a Betamax tape that Ryan sent me once against my will, and a UMD that Ryan sent me once against my will. But other than those,
well, wasn't it GoldenEye or something?
It was Casino Royale, and the beta was Thunderball. So
yeah, no, like that's for the collection, like
yeah. But yeah, I don't. I mean, space is an issue too.
I can send Sam VHDs. Is what you're saying?
Only if they're James Bond, though. He will make an exception for James Bond.
Or Macross. Yeah, or there's a few things. But anyways, I don't collect VHDs because I don't have a player. I don't have a beta deck.
I can send Sam a VHD player.
Yep.
No, that's not the point of the conversation.
He's got a whole shelf of them. I've seen
them.
I'm actually going there next week. I'll grab you one, Sam. It'll be on its way.
I appreciate it, yeah. But I don't know, do you guys like collect things that are outside of your normal format?
Absolutely not. No.
Very, very rarely. Again, there's a few movies that I collect any and everything I can get, but no, very, very rarely. Yeah, and I only buy stuff that I intend to spend or check out or watch, even if it's obscure, right?
Yeah,
that's just me.
And I mean, granted, I've got a major library of discs that I'm not necessarily going to be like. I'm not watching every single film the moment I get it. So it's, regardless, they're going to spend some time sitting on my shelves, just as they would another collector who didn't have a player. But I don't know. So I'm not telling anyone that they shouldn't go and buy discs if they think the jacket art looks cool.
I've spent years trying to neck down my collection to just the ones I really want, and still I'm not watching every day or watching every second. Come on.
Yeah. So I mean, you're just hoarding discs.
Well, the ones I really want to hoard.
Exactly.
It's pretty harmless for people to collect that way, but also I don't think there's anything wrong in occasionally dunking on them a little bit.
Yeah, it's all good-natured fun, right? little dunk, yeah. Get a player, you jabroni.
There are like, I mean, these ones there are karaoke. I have no intention of watching those.
Yeah, the decorative, yeah.
Art, you know, I mean, I can understand that if you bought one, you took it to a Comic-Con and you had it signed and you don't have a player and you're using it in that way as art, like, sure, like to an extent, but like having as many as we all have behind us, essentially, and then not having a player, that feels like a little different.
Yeah.
If you're gonna post about it, and don't be surprised when you get a little pushback. You know, that's
a. I talk to, I have friends who work at record stores. I talk to them a lot whenever I go in. They say, yeah, we get a lot of people who they have LaserDiscs, like they just buy a Disney. Oh, it's it's a laser. Whatever. I'll just put it on my wall. Yeah. And I don't. These are for like a kid. Sure, that's fine. But I think Hayden's right. If you're like posting about it and like you should have a player. Yeah. But if you're like an Instagram person posting all your records and you're not playing your record, you can go die in hell like that.
There's a percentage of people who just buy records to have the record and they don't ever open them.
That's so crazy.
And I mean, I go to a few different stores, multiple different people telling me about how that happens, and just like there's a generation where, oh yeah, I just want like the 20 albums I really really like on my wall, or maybe I'll get a player. And it's like what? Like, it's a different experience once you rip that shrink and play it. But
yeah, I mostly get the distraught when I see someone treating the stuff badly. They're like, oh, I picked up these discs, and they're like manhandling it or tossing it around, or like throwing the Obi in the trash and like doing this and that. I'm like, at least keep it in a good enough condition so it'll go on to the next person when you get burnt out on collecting LDs that you don't watch. Yeah. So.
Imagine going over to somebody's house and they have.
All right, I'm imagining it.
You go over. I mean, somebody said, "Come over." I know that's hard to imagine, Sam.
Yep.
Now hear you. But let's say they, and you know, that would be so awkward for me. I would be like, "Where, having to be polite about it and like, oh, that's fine. I guess you don't need one."
Which one do you like best? Oh, I don't know. I don't have a player.
Oh, that's like a nightmare. Or if they have something, I know Vinny talks about his friend having the Beastie Boys box set, the records, and they have them, and he's like, I just can't wait until he doesn't want it anymore, so he can give it to him. Like that.
You just wait him out.
Yeah, I knew a guy in Japan. He picked up an Evil Dead 2. He thought it was a record for $1 at whatever, and I was like, can I have it? And it took a while to convince him. I mean, what are you gonna do with it? You don't have a player. You're not gonna use. It's not worth that much. You're not gonna sell it for $1 million.
I'll give it life. Yeah, I bought from some collectors like that. I bought a Ryuichi Sakamoto disc from a guy that was just like a big fan, and it was mint when I bought it from him, and he was just like, I don't watch it, so I'm just gonna sell it. So I was like, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Also on the gatekeeping front, one dude spilled his fresh Japanese honey hole and like gave the address and everything. Marcus and a couple of people tried to like say, hey man, this is a group of like 15,000 people. If you want to revisit your honey hole, you should probably keep it low.
Look, I'll just say 2 of the discs that I showed tonight, I got from that same honey hole that he posted for like nothing. $3 or whatever, right? Like, dude, why are you posting this up? This is not. I mean, don't share the secret spaces.
Yep. Yeah, or if you're gonna share, get what you really wanted out of there first. Like, not to like gatekeep or anything, but like if you're like, oh, I wanted to get these 5 today, and I'm gonna go back in 2 weeks and get the other 5, and then you're like, all right, there's nothing left for me right now. I'll share it, and then maybe they'll get more new stuff.
Yeah, I think he was kind of pitching it like that when someone was pushing back, like, oh, I don't need to get anything else or something there. But yeah, it's tough. Yeah, you're advertising to a pretty big span of people. It's tough because you don't want a small business that has this stuff to end up not getting business, and then end up throwing all their discs in the trash. So you want to get it out into the stream somehow. But also, you don't want to have to compete with 15,000 other people.
Yeah, and if you like have some other friends who might be local-ish, you might want to tell them first or something. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
When traveling, I would post pictures of spots that I found, because I'm leaving. It was a quick trip. I take a picture of the disc, I take a picture of the sign. Hey, go nuts. But if it's like in Seattle, fuck no.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's where I found out about one place. One guy put it on, and it's just found a bunch of cool stuff there. So thanks, random guy who's giving us.
Just imagining the business owner is sitting after this post goes up, they're sitting at their desk and they just hear like rumbling in the distance, and there's just a stampede of people coming.
Yeah, it's like a Jumanji scene, just like instead of rhinos and elephants knocking down stuff,
a bunch of CGI LaserDisc collectors storming in.
I was coming back from Massachusetts, and I was in Indiana, and some dude posted that one of the shops that I know of
I remember this,
had a bunch of music and like horror or something. And I was probably 45 minutes away. So I detoured probably an hour and a half because of traffic, and I cleaned it out because I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be back here. I mean, I got a bunch of good music discs and some horror, but it's like you post it like I happened to be right there. If I wasn't right there, it probably was gone if I would have gone back the next day or so.
Yeah.
So is that gatekeeping? What are we doing here?
Yeah, are we advertising for gatekeeping or a level of gatekeeping? Or
I'm just saying,
I'm okay with sharing
first before you give it up. If you're going to give it up,
what was that, Marcus?
I was gonna say I'm okay with sharing it with small groups, circle of friends. Hey, this is a good resource.
Yeah.
But just putting it out there for all 15,000 people, it took some work to find it initially, right? So
that guy put a lot of detective work into it.
Yeah,
he put the effort in for sure.
Give up all those spots for people who are not willing to do any work.
The thing is, it's very rare for me to leave a place and leave discs that I want. I'm gonna get everything I want. I might come back and change my mind. I'll take this one too. But I'm taking mine. It's like I'm gonna get everything I want, and then sure I'll tell somebody. But I don't know.
I post my one local shop just because I had pushed them for years to have LaserDiscs, and they finally did, and they got some good stuff.
So now you have to advertise it. Yeah.
Well, no, I wanted them to, but I messaged somebody I know via Whatnot who's local too. Like he's literally 15 minutes from me. I'm like, hey, go check it out. They've got a couple things you might want. And he's like, all right. And then a little bit later, I waited and posted about it. So, I was like, I'll take care of my guy I know before, I let the whole world in. But yeah, I wanted him because I've been on him for years, and finally he did. And then he had a dollar sale a couple weeks after of the rest of the stuff. He's like, I didn't even want to price all this. I'm like, okay. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Like the first time I went to the archive, my friend who I went with was like, don't take pictures. Or we don't want to spoil this, this LaserDisc trove here. And I was like, but it's tough because it's I also want the archive to succeed. So it's that tightrope of, do you want to let other people come in there and get at it too? Yeah.
They're big enough, and I think they have enough reach that you could spoil it, and 2 weeks later there'll be
a fresh stock.
It's brand new, and you're like, or it might be 3 months, and then they'll get something new.
Yeah.
So that's a little different because they're kind of like a regional attraction at this point.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, go to the archive if you're in Bridgeport, Connecticut. The Colorado one, is that done? Did they close that?
I think they kept the store, but they got rid of the distro.
Maybe that was it. Yeah.
I'm waiting for the Chicago one.
Any day now. We'll see how it goes. Let's see what else is going on. So eBay prices in sold, it still puts your shipping information in there, right? Versus what the buyer sold. Because one guy was freaking out over an Australian copy of Turbulence shipped, obviously within Australia itself. But it was $37 listed for shipping. Probably going to the guy that found it when he searched it.
But they are hiding the best offer now. They used to put a line through it. Now it's just sold, and you have to have a seller account at a certain level to be able to see that data.
Are you able to see it or no?
Yeah, I can see it. I've been doing it long enough, and I feel like that'll inflate the prices more than anything. Just because I can list something at 500 and take Luke's $12 offer. And unless you're another seller, you don't know that. So if you're a buyer and you wanted that, you're going to start panicking. So like even if somebody listed one at 75 when it sold for 12, you might be like, well, I thought it sold for 500. So I think eBay is doing more inflation than anything now. So
yeah, for sure.
But people are collecting. So
yeah, I mean, there was one guy who wanted. I think it was the one guy who's always posting an LDF, but he wanted Fight Club for like $300 or something. And somebody came on like talking about how crazy it was, and then like it sold within like 20 minutes. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's crazy, but someone's buying it. Yeah, speaking of fun prices, there was the other guy too that posted a bunch of like, ooh, this guy's got like insanely overpriced Star Wars discs, but it was like a sealed copy of probably a Technodisc Star Wars, and everybody's like, yeah, that's actually like the market's been exploding for Technodisc Star Wars, and then that one was sealed possibly on top of it. So
thanks to somebody.
Yeah, thanks to Nathan Patrick Butler, the YouTuber who does from the Star Wars shelf home video or whatever. Yeah, shout out to Nathan Butler.
To be fair,
I had nothing to do with it.
My Technodisc trilogy sold just recently, so I was like, okay, it'd been sitting there. I'm like, I'll take an offer. I don't care.
Tell me, I have a Technodisc trilogy. I need to do something.
Oh yeah, I should.
Well, depending on condition.
That's fucking sweet.
Yeah, hook it up. But it was just funny. He's like, "This is overpriced garbage." Everyone's like, "Dude, that's a Technodisc." Like,
Hunt shoots first.
Yeah, Hunt Scolo shooting first. And also, Tay posted, it was a good one. He posted like a picture of the Fox disc, and he was like, "Does the cover look like this?" But it was on a website that had, the website was called The Ways of the Force, and that guy had his own like Star Wars logo, and it looked like it was on the jacket. Like, so everyone's like looking for this new weird Ways of the Force Fox video series, and so I had to step in and be like, "No, that is not. There's no Ways of the Force LaserDisc trilogy for the Star Wars films. That's some dude's website, and that's his graphic." And Tay made a screen cap of his website or whatever. So, yeah. And what else? Warren got a $9.99 Matrix at half price books, and you did not. So,
yeah,
he wanted y'all to know that.
I would just like to say that I have stopped looking at LDF, and I could not be happier. I feel great.
But come on, all these hot topics enrich your life.
I'm impressed that he got it. I'm more impressed that a half price books was using Amazon
as
and
the
not
seller,
their own website.
Yeah.
Which I thought was just super weird.
Yeah, they were on the marketplace at Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe it was a distribution center and they just had too much stuff and somebody didn't know what they were doing, because they're usually really good about that stuff. Sadly.
Yeah, I mean, maybe in like, I don't know, 10 years ago or something, but
yeah, but no, I mean, it was in. I didn't even know, because like the LaserDisc listings on Amazon are so hit and miss if there's even one.
They're so bad, and if there's pictures, they're just like so random. They're like, or mixes of two different pressings. I used to try and help them fix those. Like they would, like Bram Stoker's Dracula, when it shows up, it's like a mix of the Columbia version and the Criterion one. Which one you get? I don't know.
Close.
Yeah, but I mean, I got like a $5 DTS Volcano on Amazon back in the day, because nobody else was shopping for LaserDisc on Amazon. But it's super sketch though, like trying to figure out what pressing it is. And yeah, there's a lot of gambling for sure. Any other hot topics? Anyone air any grievances? Before we move on to Grails?
I want to hear about the Grails. I love.
All right, we'll just jump right into Grailwatch then. Hayden, what's the Grailwatch theme song? Do you know it?
No, but I ordered the single version. It'll be in by the next episode, so I'll just have it ready.
Okay, cool.
Grailwatch, gotta get the Grail. It's not for you, it's for me, it's for the Grailwatch. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Since our last episode, I think we recorded the end of January, there's been a few Grails mentioned in LaserDisc Forever. So these are the Grails. We are going to decide whether they are Grail worthy or not. So first up is the stuff.
Grail.
Grail, right?
Yeah.
Grail. Very hard to find.
All right.
I mean, that was probably something I might have sold. So
yeah, I think you were involved in it, so you were the Grail master.
Yeah. And
it
was a sealed copy on top of it, which I know is hit or miss, but you know that it's as clean of a version of a very, very desirable disc as possible. So
yeah. Also, we're getting more alternate universe Grails. So Office Space, which is not on LaserDisc, is that a Grail?
No.
Should have been.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
Should have been on LaserDisc.
If it was
Marcus
on
is reaching for a copy.
But
if this was on LaserDisc, this would absolutely be a Grail. Absolutely,
it's not.
100%. But it's not.
Yeah, so too bad. Also, I didn't feel like listing it out. So everything Pete Frada bought over the past 2 years, because he just had like a Grail explosion video, and yeah. So shout out to Pete. Freaked. That's usually coming up a lot as a Grail.
That didn't used
Alex Winter
to be like that, like expensive. I didn't think, but
Yeah.
now it's like insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's heating up, right?
Yeah, no, it's there.
It's scarce. Like all of a sudden, it felt like it got scarce. I don't know. I used to see that more.
I
It's
think
like
COVID
the
killed that one.
Yeah.
Weird Al Yankovic UHF kind of vibe. Yeah, same thing. It was like you could get it, and then all of a sudden you couldn't.
Yeah, that is very true.
100%.
Yeah. We got some.
Makes you think what's going to be next. Like what?
Yeah, we should start buying early. Get in on the ground floor on.
It's got to be kind of weird. And then
yeah,
it's got to have a lot of member berries.
A lot of member berries. Yeah, for sure. Garbage Pail Kids also helps that it was never released.
I know it's not. It's not
Super Grail.
It was my Grail until I saw it was canceled.
Someday you're gonna get like a little like white sleeve disc, and it's gonna have a test pressing of Garbage Pail Kids in there.
But both sides are gonna be side one.
Yes, I'll take it. I'll take
That'd
it.
be worth it. Like, come on.
Literally.
Or Ryan's gonna discover that they pressed it in Indonesia and nobody knew.
Yeah,
possible.
It's happened. There's a few that like listed canceled, and then I found whatever version.
Yeah, you've got Wing Commander on LaserDisc.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you do, maybe you don't.
Speaking of wings, rip Wings Hauser.
Oh yeah, Wings Hauser, the carpenter himself, passed on.
Rail right there.
Oh.
There you go. Get a copy. Moving on, we've got some Japanese box sets. The Zeram box set. I don't have a copy, so I don't know if it's a Grail or not.
It's many of those. Yeah.
Yeah, I got one for like $6.
Okay, that sounds
right.
All right. Well, how about this? An Extreme Grail. This is listed as an Extreme Grail. The Echo Azarak box set.
I don't know what that is.
No. Yeah,
absolutely not.
It's an Extreme Grail.
Extreme these nuts.
All right. Well, all right. So there's a lot of like kind of Grail assessments here. There's mini Grails too.
Okay.
The old Image Media release of Halloween is listed as a mini Grail.
No, they just don't want to pay $100 for it.
It's also unwatchable.
I don't want to pay what people are paying for it. Like,
also, the Halloween 2 MCA video disc also listed as a mini Grail. So,
yeah, no.
All right, Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back. That's a Grailwatch favorite.
That's pretty certified Grail.
Yeah, that's Grail.
I had that, and like my son wasn't interested, so I got rid of it.
All right. All right, here we go. Late release Varsity Blues.
I'll regret it in 2 years or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Varsity Blues is Grail.
I would say it's in the just on that little
Grailish. Yes, Grailish.
Mini Grail?
No.
I don't think there's many American Grails. So can I say that? No?
Well, I mean,
no, there are some
late releases, yeah.
Yeah, but not. There's more other countries, I would say, because I don't know.
Well, the scarcity of having to import it makes it harder.
Sure. Yes.
But stuff like Killer Clowns or
sure.
A clean copy of Gleaming the Cube, like random stuff like that. Those are Grails.
Wizards in Time.
Yeah.
Few. I didn't say none.
Okay. All right. Okay.
This is like when Ryan didn't yell at me for collecting CDs, but we all thought he did. I freaked out, and then everyone else freaked out too.
Fucking kid.
He just asked if I had a player in the car.
Yeah. No, I was jealous because you do, and I would have to like plug in a Discman to like an RF adapter.
Yeah.
Get it on like 106.4 or something. Yeah,
all right. Carrying on a Basic Instinct Muse, which
No.
Because
who has Muse? First of all, very few. So no, I would say no.
And the Basic Instinct transfer on every version is garbage.
Right. Terrible.
Yeah.
Squeeze, terrible.
Yeah.
And if you're watching Basic Instinct, you're watching it for a reason, and it's not to see smear.
Yeah, and that Squeeze one was pretty much made at the same time as the Muse one, so they're both the same. Yeah, source. It's horrible.
Yeah.
All right, Taiwan only Mega Man Volume 1 through 3.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
I didn't even know those existed, so that was cool.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Dragon's Lair and Thayer's Quest German Laserdisc game discs.
I mean,
for some people, yes. Not for me, no. But
I think you made that up.
it's on LDF. You can search it, so check it out. Keeping it on the gaming theme, a Sega holographic time traveler disc from the holographic arcade cabinet.
I still want to know what that would look like if you played it on your TV. I'm very interested.
It just plays through, or maybe it pauses and you have to play to the next.
But what would it look like? Because when the game is in a
it's like a dome, right?
Yeah, it's a dome.
Yeah.
So
my guess is like it overlaid it somehow, so you might just have like two. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's just gibberish. That would be
like a weird bad 3D image or something. Yeah. Like what?
Yeah.
Also, all right, moving back into movies. Japanese copy of Hackers.
I mean, yeah.
I couldn't find one for cheap.
That's pretty kind of hard to find. Yeah.
Also, Grandma, duly noted. I don't have a copy of Hackers.
Actually, no, I do have a copy. I don't need one.
Oh, you got one, but I don't have one. Just
he's already ordered it. It's too late.
All right, Biodome.
No.
All right.
That's
moving around.
That's not hard to find now, is it?
I don't know. Maybe that's on the freaked category of becoming the new freaked grail.
Well, that's like when Airheads was really like
that's true
$5 disc, and then all of a sudden it started creeping, and that crept more, and then now it's like I don't know. Airheads is like a mini grail. I don't know how that happened, but like they must have pressed a lot of those. I don't know what it is, but
I don't know.
Yeah,
I stopped.
Pauly Shore was incredibly popular for a while.
Yeah. All right.
Stopped working.
Here's a classic Akira Criterion CAV release.
Man, every version of Akira now, Japanese, regular Jabroni Japanese, special collection, US Criterion, they're all just dumb for price. People just want them and are paying. They're paying it. So it's not like
So you're saying I should list my Hong Kong Akira since I have two of them.
Cash in.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yep.
Somebody will.
Yeah, I never did get the special collection one. Like I was just like, I'll get that someday. There's like it's always on sale. And then nowadays not so much. Or it is, but it's expensive.
Yep.
Laser Active CLT A100. That's always mentioned as a grail. So
I mean, right over there.
It is very overrated in that it is a Laserdisc player that is not very exciting. But now when you put that little piece in there, and now suddenly it's a little more interesting.
Yeah.
But it still is kind of at the base level stems out of a shitty player. So
no.
All right, we're winding down.
Great for everything but playing Laserdiscs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the picture quality is pretty bad. Yeah. Iron Maiden, Donington Live, 1992. How are we doing with that?
Iron Maiden sick, of course.
I mean, I got a copy. So it's good. And of course, Star Wars Definitive Collection. You knew somebody had to mention that as a grail, so just the US copy too, not even like the later Japanese one.
That's not the one to get, but okay. If that's the one you want.
there's like so many better options. Whatever.
Just saying. Yep. And finally, apparently Ryan Cushing called The Gate a grail. True. You did. You said it was a grail. And then Marcus even said #Grailwatch.
Oh, because
I wrote it down.
He posted about it?
Yeah, because it was at like a
that's why I did it. Yeah. I mean, though, to be fair, that was like a $25 movie or $25 movie forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now it's not. So
yeah.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I passed up on at Amoeba, right? I think.
I called it a grail to try and get you to get it because it works. Like you know.
Yeah, I
just didn't feel like paying that much.
I do that when I'm selling stuff
vinyl
too.
on the brain. I was spending money elsewhere.
Once Marcus adds a Grailwatch hashtag, though, I have to add it to the
Vestron.
list.
You
it's
passed
official.
on a Vestron? Oof.
I know.
Man.
I know.
You know,
Never gonna forgive myself.
Vestron complete.
That's
Could
the
have
one
been.
that got away. From now on, it'll be like, remember when you had the gate in your hands? It's going to be $200 next week.
I know.
The way.
Paying $200 to have your eyes assaulted with sandpaper.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't Stephen Dorff in the gate?
The gate, yeah. He's the kid,
circle.
right?
Full circle.
Man.
I mean, yeah, good stuff. Yeah. Also, if you like Stephen Dorff, get Space Truckers and watch the new season of Righteous Gemstones.
Oh my goodness.
He's in there, so
good.
Actually, he was in the last season too. So Stephen Dorff, he's the man. All right, that's it for Grails. I'm glad you guys agreed that Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back is a Grail, and everybody should go and find a copy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
Is it in English even? I don't even.
No, it's not.
No, it's in Japanese.
Yeah,
Japanese only.
That's probably why I was just like.
That's probably why your son was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Son probably.
was
I
like,
don't regret it now.
Dad, where's the Genlock?
Where's the chat?
I'm
You're like-
lazy to
I
set
saw-
that up.
I saw that movie in the theater because somebody at my school had some like hookup to that movie, and I don't remember any other thing other than how much this one kid was like so hyped on the fact that he brought our whole class to the theater. To
Yeah, juice.
It was wild.
I mean, that's not bad.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
cool. But I haven't seen it since. I was hyped on it then.
I did not see it in theaters, but that was like rented it week one of it being available. That was everyone I went to school with. We were all very excited about it when it came out.
Burger King toys. Yeah.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Movement. It was a movement.
So if somebody burned Pokemon Concierge, the Hotel Concierge one, onto a LaserDisc, I would buy that
Oh my god.
because that's my jam.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, it's time for some pickups. Let's get physical with some physical media, records, Blu-rays, CDs, if you're into that sort of thing,
8-tracks.
books, whatever you have. I just have some records, so I'm just going to show those. I actually have some things.
No CDs.
No, sadly, yeah, I didn't buy any CDs for you. Sorry.
I was ready to just shit on them.
No, I appreciate it.
Sam, when anybody asks if you have CDs, you're supposed to say,
"Hey Ryan, CDs nuts."
My man.
I probably showed this in a previous one, but Luke sent me some stuff a while ago, so that was nice of him to send me a Devo 12-inch here to go.
Ooh.
Yeah, killer art, and got a couple different mixes of Here to Go and Shout. So thanks, Luke.
Nice.
Also went to a local shop down the street and grabbed a Thomas Dolby Hyperactive 12-inch. Yeah, sexy shirtless Thomas Dolby with his crazy hairdo, and yeah, not much on the backside there.
That cover is just timeless, though.
It really
Yeah,
is.
I mean, classic.
Amazing.
Love it. And then yeah, all of a sudden the lady at the store was like, "What else do you like?" I'm like, "I like Yellow Magic Orchestra," and she's like, "There's an old DJ copy from like '79 in the back," and so like Albert was the DJ. So white label promo of Tighten Up from this must have been 1980 probably. Yeah, 1980. So US version. So I was like, yes, I will buy that.
That's sick.
Just kind of filling in my Joe Jackson collection. I forgot he did the soundtrack to Mike's Murder, which looks like such a happy movie, but then you realize like, oh, it's like a big X through Mike because he's been killed. These were the happy days.
I forgot about Mike's Murder.
Yeah, but it's a gold stamp promo, and somebody wrote. It must have been at like a record store or something because it's talking about like the BPMs and like the charts and stuff on there. So yeah, somebody was into it. So yeah, so it's got the hype like stuck to the front.
Hell yeah. Love Joe Jackson.
Yeah. Luke also sent me a nice Devo live record, which I have on CD, but I did not have on wax, an original Enigma record. So luckily he bought it for himself and was like, "This stinks. I got to send this to Hatch." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, there's a story there.
Yeah. Oh, cool. All right.
You're definitely a bigger Devo fan than me, so you.
Fair enough. Also got another Kazumi Watanabe record, Mobo 1 or Mobo I. I just happened to start finding his records in the stores lately, so I figured I'd pick that up.
Cool.
He does a lot of stuff with Bill Bruford, and also played in Yellow Magic Orchestra back in the day. I didn't show this the previous time. Luke also sent me a Kitaro record, I think a live record. So, I mean, I think if you burn some incense and put that on the turntable, that's going to automatically make your night better.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember where I got that, but okay. Yeah, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I forgot. In your travels. Oh, yeah. This came from Luke, too. Thanks, Luke. You actually showed this on the podcast because you bought this while you were traveling.
Oh,
You found me Only a Lad, Oingo Boingo, but this is the original press with the insert. When my grandfather bought me a copy, because my grandpa was cool like Hayden's grandmother, it was the reissue, and it just had a plain white inner. So this one's got like all the pictures and stuff. So
that's and right. Then they came from Texas. I'm sorry, I remember now.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, you were traveling in Texas, trying to kill Hayden, but he was too wily, and he didn't have enough silver.
It's a big state.
He didn't go to the right. He didn't go to the right blood club to find.
Nope. Yeah, he went to the one down the street. It was like totally uncool vampires there. And finally, just Robin Trower live.
Nice.
I've been meaning to get this for a while, and it's always like some like cool uncle's copy that's been ridden hard. Yeah. And this one was like an early '80s repress, so it was still had all the Strawberries records and tape stickers and stuff on it. So it was totally minty. So I figured I'd grab that, and it sounds great. And Robin Trower always looks like he's taking a dump. But yeah, James Dewar is just killer vocals. Love this stuff. It's recorded in Sweden too. I forget if it was Stockholm or down where Seth is, but Stockholm. Yeah. So shout out to Sweden. That's all I got. What do you got, Ryan?
I got a few things. Well, it's There we go.
I'm on run and grab mine.
Yeah.
That's what I did when Sam started. I was like, oh, I should get that together and be prepared.
I didn't prepare.
I was totally prepared the whole time. I picked up a few bootlegs. I get in streaks where I pick up things, but this is Something Corporate's Ready Break, which does not exist on vinyl. And then there's like bonus tracks, and I'm like, I listened to this when I was younger, and I'm gonna regret if I don't get it. And
Member berries.
Yeah, nope, 100%. And then there's this band called Seven Dust, and there's a couple of their albums that will probably never see vinyl because they're owned by a label that hates them and or doesn't exist, and the rights are in hell, and they don't even know where the artwork is, and it's probably more of a hassle than it's worth for what they'll get out of it. So I got that one, and then I got this one. So
nice.
I've got all their early ones that I really, really want. So really happy about that.
How are these boots? Have you listened to them? They're probably just like CD copies or something, right?
Yeah, they sound like CDs usually. Which some of them are mastered pretty well and sound good. Yep. I've had a couple that I'm just like, man, I regret buying that. But also,
I mean, it looks cool.
Unless I can upgrade it, like I guess I'll have to listen to the CD.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, no. At that point, it's like, okay, not cool.
Like a Neanderthal caveman? Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't believe you called me that, right?
I couldn't help myself. I was just so angry about CDs. So, anyways, moving on. My garage guy, which he's an older dude. He had a store, like a real store back in the day, and he's always been doing this, and he's starting to like trim his collection. So every time we go, like I'm like he's like, I only have like 10 crates, but it's all from my collection. And it's like, oh darn. And it's not all, but a lot of it. But so anyways, I got some cool stuff. I got the Cash. This is the 2000 issue of American 3. Yeah.
Yeah, 3. Yeah.
Nice quality pressing, so can't go wrong. And then I grabbed Among the Stars or Out Among the Stars. So I haven't listened to either one of these much, so I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, this was new 11 years ago now, which is like old vinyl now. But,
yeah.
And then he had a ton of blues and stuff. So I just bought stuff that looked cool. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know what a lot of this is, but this is High and Low.
Lightning and Slim.
Low Down by Lightning and Slim. And this just, again, if it looked cool and it sounded like something I might be interested in, I just grabbed it because you don't see this in stores. You don't see a lot of it anywhere. So, yeah. Little Joe Blue with Southern Country Boy. Nice DJ stamp for DJ.
Nice.
So, and there's a few more of those because I was like, you know what? I'm not going to see this again. Some Little Milton, What It Is.
Ooh.
Like Montreux.
Yeah. So, really cool. Nice promo stamp on the back.
I love promo stuff.
Some Fred McDowell, Levy Camp Blues. This is when is this? This was like late 40s or something, or 50s. Like he was re-recording the stuff he was doing in like the 20s and 30s. So
oh yeah,
this is it's gonna be pretty gritty, but gonna be cool. And this one immediately was sold. This is Phil Guy with It's a Real Motherfucker. And I mean the color, the style, everything on this is just badass. So
wow,
I can't wait to listen to that. And this is like it's got a note, strong beat, almost shout vocal. Ooh, so somebody had listened to this and was like, yeah. And this is a UK import. One more. And I totally picked this because it had Hogan written on it.
Yeah.
Silas Hogan.
Silas Hogan, yeah. And it's I'm a free-hearted man. So again, this is gonna be probably some really gritty stuff. And it's early. I want to say 50s or something. Maybe even before.
You got a hard hat on?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. From when he had like originally recorded his stuff. So I don't know if it's like re-recorded or what, but it's gonna be good. So that's the records. Do I do DVDs?
Blu-ray? I mean, do you have any?
Let's see.
I have a Vinegar Syndrome subscription, so always.
I mean, we like Vinegar Syndrome. You can like break the rules and show us some.
Okay, first I wanted to be like Vinny, so I got this. This is the Stop Making Sense Collector's Edition. It's A24. So
look at you, A24.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it's Talking Heads, so it's
highbrow, Ryan.
I got it from Walmart, so that like totally took it way down.
Skewed it, okay.
Just cut it off at the knees. So, all right, here we go. I hope I didn't show any of these. I can't remember. It's been a while, but I don't think so. So here we go. First, we've got Devil Fetus.
Yes.
And Her Vengeance. I know Sam and I did some procurement, and then Sam had to do all the hard work. And man, what a character.
That was a lot of work to get
that guy
Devil Fetus going.
Is just a rough character, but it worked out because.
Oh yeah, that's a great cover on that.
There was a lot of late nights texting when I should have been sleeping, trying to get that.
He is just, yeah.
Plus, I was the middleman between Vinegar Syndrome and a guy on the other side of the globe.
Yeah, which doesn't help. And you're like, I just need this, and then like I need to make sure that this isn't screwed up or worked to death. And I don't think I showed this one. Maybe I did because I watched it. But this is Iced from Vinegar Syndrome. This is the movie that like the nerds had been requesting for like a decade or whatever. Yeah. It's been forever. Every single post, they're like, "Oh, we have blah blah blah," and they're like, "It's iced."
Yeah, if it's a picture of snow, they're like, "It's iced."
It's never gonna be iced, and then it was finally iced. So I watched it. It's just cheesy garbage and perfect for the label. But this is degosser, so they had to pull it from tape.
Oh wow.
Yep. Got some 38 special. This looks really good. I don't know exactly a lot about it, but it's another degosser release. So again, it came from tape, so it looks like it'll be really good. I've been getting all the degosser ones. Like I wasn't sure, but the stuff that they've been putting out from it has just been really, really solid and really intrigued me. So far so good on them. I picked up Cannibal Girls, which looked ridiculous. And this one is Canadian International Pictures. They have a lot of cool stuff too. So they pull Canadian films that may not have gotten a lot of press or just kind of, faded away into obscurity, and they release them, and that's kind of exciting. And then Brimstone and Treacle.
Oh, with Sting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I haven't seen that in ages.
And they did a 4K of it. So I've never seen it. I hadn't even heard of it till they like announced it. I'm like, oh, sweet. And then Gialli 8.
Ooh, nice.
And they've cut down on the print runs of these, like maybe a couple thousand. And so now like number 7 has sold out and people are paying stupid amounts. And it's 3 movies and they're paying like $200 on eBay.
Yeah.
Like, dude, just pre-order it. Like,
yeah, jabroni.
Well, it's like, come on, like if that's what you're into, you don't even have to subscribe.
Yeah, don't sleep on that. Yeah.
Yeah. But people are jabronis. So, hey, I got this too, because why not? I got Ice, and then I also got the VHS light up big box of.
Of course you did.
I don't know why. I mean, I do, but I don't. But,
I mean, you got the space for it, so it's all good.
Yeah, no, I'm not running out of space. Please, no, help me get rid of things. Looking for Mr. Goodbar, they corrected the disc. There was there was an issue on the 4K. I'm guessing with like either something with the handling of the whatchamacallit, you know what I'm talking about, Sam.
Yeah, there was. I remember seeing the error list that people were talking about, but yeah I forgot. The HDR was wrong or something.
Yeah, HDR. Yeah. Thank you. Yep. It was the HDR issue, or like certain players couldn't play it.
Yeah.
Authored correct. Yeah, it's something crazy. Crack House.
Nice.
Right to it. Nice VSA. You can never go wrong with a VSA. Like all of their VSAs have just been straight up amazing. And then this was on sale. It was like $10, so I bought it. And it's a Polish sex comedy called Sex Mission.
All right.
Like these guys, I think, are like the last like remaining men or something, and they're basically gonna be like slaves, and they have to escape. It's like dystopian, whatever. It looked ridiculous, and it was $10, and I'm like, all right, whatever. I don't have to buy a bunch of sale items most of the time because I have them, which is disappointing when it's like, oh yeah, I got that like 2 years ago and now you can't get rid of it at $10. Whatever. This one I think Sam might have done a little bit of work on. Seventh Curse.
Baby. Yeah, you helped with that one too. Yep. Seventh Curse.
And Witch from Nepal. So really nice double feature. And I love it when they do this. We get a nice booklet too. So just beautiful slide case. Ooh. Back art. Yeah. Like that.
Oh.
And then
Seventh Curse is really fun. I gotta watch
got a great, cool. Like he's got a gun and he's got like a rocket launcher.
Yeah, he does like take out a monster with a rocket launcher. It's pretty awesome.
So like that's beautiful.
Sold.
He's like right there in front of the monster. He's just like rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And then this movie got remade, and Vinegar Syndrome picked it up and put it on their Vinegar Syndrome pictures. So this is the remake of Street Tracer.
The new one, yeah.
Yeah, people are like mixed, like, oh, it's bad, and other people are like, oh, it's good because it's
actually good, yeah.
So it's like, all right, I'm sold because it looked cool. And I don't get all of the VSPs because some of them I'm like, yeah, that one doesn't appeal to me at all.
There's a modern day version of Street Trash, and I had not heard of this.
Yeah.
Last year, was it?
Wow.
Yeah. Ooh. And then some more good stuff. Curse of the Devil and Demon Witch Child, the vampire.
All Nashy stuff?
Yeah.
Nice.
Another nice slipcover.
Oh, that's cool.
That's super
these boxes are great.
Art's insane.
And a little bit more. We're almost done. Okay. I didn't go too crazy.
Yeah, sure.
I do grab the Joe Bob ones when they pop up because I can't help myself on this.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and these they do like 250 of them.
Yep.
And they're gone that like by morning. So if this comes out at midnight or whatever, and so I was super stoked about that. And then let's see.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I just keep them sealed. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I have a feeling I'm just going to be like, I don't have room for them at some point, and then get rid of them and regret it, and then not buy them back, but then get the next one that they release. Here's Deranged, which I really like the cover and back cover. So this one looked cool. I don't know much about it though.
I haven't seen it. Yeah.
It's an MGM movie though. This one's MGM. So
wow.
Yeah, right. And then here's another Vader Syndrome one. I think this one was on sale. Riddle of Fire.
Heard of that.
So I'm a little more interested when it's on sale. If it's something I'm like, I don't know.
Yep.
And then last but not least, I don't know. I think you did something with this one, Sam. Maybe, or maybe
I was hoping to get involved in that one because I was like, I got copies of Virtuosity, baby.
Yeah. And they didn't need. This was one they
didn't need it. Yeah.
But these are the gorgeous opening ones. Like, they're so ridiculously over the top.
I should have gotten that.
Magnetic clasp. This one sold out, didn't it? Is this?
I think it might have. Yeah. I mean, is there a standard version out still, or?
I don't know. I'd have to look, but
because I love that movie. I should get it.
That does it. I think the last show we were waiting. I was complaining, and maybe I have another box coming. Whatever.
Well, good stuff. I'm excited to see Marcus's collection because I think it might be slightly different this time. I don't know what's going to be different, but
so I've been talking about this probably for over a year now, thinking about getting a turntable. Finally got a turntable a month or two ago.
Nice.
Sent the wife a list of potential turntables after doing a bunch of research, and she picked the one that was most aesthetically pleasing because in our living room.
Yeah.
So we got a project debut Carbon Evo.
Nice.
In satin navy blue, so it matches the aesthetic of our living room.
Nice.
And I got some albums from my dad's collection. I also picked up some from a friend from his dad's collection. He had LaserDisc, and I happened to be over there, and he said, "Hey, I got records too." So I grabbed a bunch of those.
Nice.
And then I bought what I consider to be jazz essentials, my starter pack. So I'm gonna go through that.
Cool.
All right. So I'm gonna go pretty quick because I got a bunch. So Sade.
That's a great record.
Choice.
Yeah. Run DMC. Raising Hell.
Oh yeah.
Went to so many parties with that playing.
Last Dragon soundtrack. Japan.
Nice.
I happen to find this locally at Book Off.
Nice.
Killer.
A couple that I probably would never buy, but they were just from a friend and really cheap. AC/DC Back in Black.
Great sound and record too. The mastering on that is awesome.
And then this is a MFSL from back in the day. Steely Dan.
Nice.
Ajas.
Yeah, that's record nerd material there.
Yeah, that's a great one. I love that.
Yeah.
And then I've probably been playing this one more the last few weeks than any of the other ones I've picked up. But
nice.
Bob Marley, Exodus. This is original pressing from '77. Sounds awesome.
Great.
Sweet.
All right, and then this is my jazz starter pack. So this is what I consider to be absolutely essential, at least for me, because I'm into hard bop jazz, 50s and 60s. These are my go-tos. So first up, you got to have Bill Evans.
Of course.
These are my top 3 Bill Evans albums. He has lots of good ones. But Live at the Village Vanguard.
Great
one of them.
Love Bill Evans, yes.
And Waltz for Debbie. Another one.
Great record.
Nice.
And I love this one as well. Portrait of Jazz. This is probably my favorite one.
Yeah, that's
great jacket too.
Great choices.
And then you got to have some Art Blakey.
Yep.
So I started out with Moanin'. It will not be my last Art Blakey on vinyl, but I'm starting with this one.
Yeah, that's the very top of the rabbit hole for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Time Out, Dave Brubeck Quartet.
Great record.
I played Take 5 in high school, so I love this album.
Nice.
And then you have to have Coltrane.
Of course.
So I'm starting
fingers crossed for Blue Train.
I know.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, good call. Good call. So Blue Train.
Now we're talking.
Also, Giant Steps.
Oh yeah,
you can't go wrong.
This one.
Giant
Steps. This one.
Oh, good.
Nice.
And then I haven't really been collecting long enough to have quote unquote grails, right? I don't know enough about this stuff to have grails, but there was one that popped up. So you have to have kind of blue, right?
Of course.
So I'm researching which kind of blue.
Which
should
one?
I buy?
I got too many.
Oh my gosh.
That is all the rabbit holes. Yeah.
I've been reading for 2 weeks about this.
Yeah.
And so there's a recent release from like 2022, I think, that supposedly this is like the best it's ever sounded. You put it up even against the original, it's gonna be cleaner. It's the best it's ever sounded.
Wow.
So it happened to pop up locally for sale on Craigslist. So first of all, I was skeptical.
Yep.
I was like, well, I don't know about this. So then I emailed the guy. He emailed me back for a few days, then emailed me back. Then I met up with him and I'm like, why are you selling this? That was my first question. Why are you selling this? Yeah. Is it defective? What's going on? He's like, no, I just like CDs better. I don't use my record player that much.
You're like, that's right.
All right,
And
well, then that'll work.
you don't need it.
So this is Analog Productions UHQR. This is like heavy hitter stuff. And I didn't pay anywhere near what it goes
what it's
for.
worth.
So
Yeah.
I was really excited to find this like in my city,
Ooh.
not far away. So
that's killer.
So I played it. It was playing. My wife walks through the front door, and she knows the album. She says, "This sounds way too clean for that old of a recording." She's like, "Why are there no crackles, no pops, no nothing?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's because this is the real deal. Like this is the one, right?" Okay, so those are the main records that I picked up to start so far. All right.
Nice.
Now we'll go to Blu-ray and other stuff. Oh, actually, wait. Before we go there, because I want to stay with jazz. This is for Luke. Got a couple CDs.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
So Blue Train SACD.
Oh.
On my list. Supposedly this is the best sounding Blue Train for a
Yeah,
CD.
I don't have that one. That's good. Huh.
And also by Analog Productions. Giant Steps Super Audio CD.
That's nice.
Previously, this had only been released in Japan. They were in like 2012, 2013 or so. And really hard to come by. And they just released it this year or late last year or this year on SACD, which is kind of random and odd, but you can get it for regular price.
That's awesome.
Just released. Okay, let's go Blu-ray. I'm going to start with this Imprint box set, Blaxploitation.
Wow.
You talk about, Ryan, you talk about missing things and pre-ordering. I should have pre-ordered this and I didn't. And then now I'm scrambling. I'm like, where am I going to get it from? Where am I going to get it from? Because even on eBay already, they're ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Is it sold out already?
It's sold out most places. I think you can buy it directly from Imprint, but it costs a lot to ship it. Right?
Yeah, their shipping, like they're a great label, but their shipping is just not friendly.
Were they based in Australia?
It's Australia, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I found it in stock at a store in the US, and they only had 2 left. So I placed an order. I was crossing my fingers that it wasn't going to get canceled because it's obviously in the store as well. Somebody could have bought it, but it showed up 2 weeks later. So, oh, I should have mentioned the films that are on it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So we have Legend of Black Charlie, Soul of Black Charlie, Superfly TNT, which I think that's the first time it's been on Blu-ray.
Wow.
Superfly TNT, and then Detroit 9000.
Wow.
Detroit 9000 is pretty good. It was that was one of the Quentin Tarantino movies that he re-released on whatever. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's starring Mo Green from The Godfather. That's his face, and yeah, it's like, are you a good guy? Are you a bad guy? Kind of thing. But yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah. Okay, more Blu-ray and DVD. We were talking about snapper cases earlier. So I ordered this one from online.
Ooh.
T2 or Terminator Snapper, the original release. So this is a direct port from the LaserDisc of the time.
Sick.
And then I happened to be in Book Off, and they had one for sale in the clearance section. But I had already ordered the other one, so I didn't leave it there. I grabbed it.
Yeah.
And interestingly, they have slightly different artwork. So the DVD logo, I don't know if you can see that, is slightly different. One says DVD video, the other one says DVD. And then on the back, you're not going to be able to see it on camera, but some of the language is slightly different. Like the Dolby Digital logo is slightly different.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It says mono in a different way.
Oh, interesting.
So I suspect, this is what I suspect. This is the first pressing because it says, oh, wait, which one is first? This one. This one is first without the DVD, without the video. And then they transition to say DVD video in this one.
Well, now you got to keep both.
Got to keep both because they're slightly different.
Yeah.
Right. And also got T2 snapper.
Wow. Huh.
So I already had the DVD, but I didn't have the snapper. So
that's cool.
That and let's see, a new Warner Archive blaxploitation, Black Belt Jones.
Hell yeah. Love that. Jim Kelly's a fan.
Yeah, my oldest wants to watch this with me, so we're gonna check that out. I would consider this a grail in the DVD community. In DVD Forever somewhere, probably someone's talking about this, right? But in living color, I have volumes 1 through 4. 5 is just incredibly hard to find, and when you do, it's crazy expensive. Look it up on eBay. It goes for stupid amounts.
Wow.
And found one locally at Book Off.
Wow.
Unfortunately, it wasn't as cheap as it should have been, but I did pick it up because it was local. Didn't have to get it shipped. So now I'm living color. Got all the volumes, all the seasons on DVD.
Sweet.
Marcus, I just invited you to DVD Forever.
Oh my gosh, does it actually exist?
We created it during COVID, I believe.
I forgot about DVD Forever. Am I in there? Send me an invite.
You will be.
Okay, good.
Okay, I look forward to spending lots of time over there talking about
DVD
Discord and other things. DVD girls, right? This one came by recommendation of Luke via I think a podcast or something. The spook that sat by the front by the
door. From the Elvis Mitchell front that he talks about a lot in the
So this was a cool one. I watched it. It was a good movie. It was a good movie. And then I have a bunch of steel books. If we have time, I'll just quickly go through them.
I mean, it's Friday night where I am. I don't care. Let's keep going.
Woo!
All right. So Super Mario Brothers Animated came out with a variant steel book, which I think actually looks cooler than just the mushroom.
Yeah.
It's kind of the brick, the question mark brick. Got Wicked 4K steelbook, which we watched it as a family. We really liked it. Didn't get to see it in theaters. Let's skip that one. I did not have Do the Right Thing 4K steelbook, so I picked that up.
That's sweet.
Gladiator 2 as well.
I still haven't seen that yet. How was that? Have you seen it?
It was solid. I mean,
okay.
Obviously it's not going to compare to the original, so don't think it is. But it was okay. Denzel's performance was interesting.
Was he phoning it in, or was it just feel weird?
Okay. Yeah, it was weird to see him in that time setting.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I'll check it.
I think I showed this off earlier, but coincidentally, Blade came out.
Blade's so freaking cool.
Okay,
this pig sticker.
Grab that. Let's see. Kill Bill Volume 1.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, cool art.
The Lionsgate has these like special limited series. So I also got
that has the sleeve on it, right?
It's got a sleeve on it.
Cool.
Love that.
Yeah.
Oh, the clear one? Yeah.
And it's sealed, so I can't do it. But yeah, it's got the clear sleeve.
Ooh, cool.
And the third one I got from them also got Jackie Brown.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Great. Another great art.
Yeah.
I like that.
Interstellar re-released steelbook for 10th anniversary.
Wow, that long, huh?
I know.
Yeah, it's been 10 years.
That's crazy.
And I can't remember if it's been since the last podcast or not, but we went to see it in 35 millimeter IMAX towards the end of last year when it was doing its limited run.
Yeah. Damn, that's so cool.
And I don't think I showed this one. but I also got Kickboxer.
Whoa, lenticular action there.
Yeah.
That's so. Oh my God, is that?
That's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
So awesome cover on that one. Okay, and I just have a few more. Bear with me.
Damn, you're not ending on that one. Wow, that was so cool.
Oh yeah.
So I had the Terminator 4K Steelbook, but it wasn't the original. It wasn't anything close to the original art. So I picked up this one with the slipcover, just because it's closer to the original art.
Cool.
Wild Robot. I do it for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I've been wanting to see that. Oh.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
Yeah.
It's a solid story. My 6-year-old wanted to watch Finding Nemo for his birthday. We did not have a copy. I think I might have had an old DVD copy, but we upgraded it. So
yeah,
got the 4K.
Good picture.
And then Arrow just came out with this box set a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Deep Blue Sea.
Classic. That's a big box too. It's got to have some extras in there. Or is it got like
I'm
a
looking
book
forward. Yeah, looking forward. I believe so. Looking forward to seeing how this looks in 4K.
Yeah,
I hear some of the CGI is kind of crazy in 4K, but we'll see.
Yeah, I've only seen that in like standard definition. So
yeah. And I think that's everything for me for non-LaserDisc pickups.
Sweet. Maxine's up next. What do you got? Anything?
I have tapes because I'm on the 8-track kick. So
I was gonna say 8-tracks or
8-tracks, and I have something else that's very, very. We'll see it at the end.
Okay.
I'll show this one because I don't know if I already showed this one, but this is a big one. Dancing Madness. I wanted this one for a long time because I was trying to get everything possible from Flock of Seagulls.
Hell yeah.
I don't have that much, but this has Wishing on this.
Nice.
Which is, I love Wishing, but unfortunately it is it's at kind of like the program where it's changing, so you kind of get partial.
Oh no, that sucks, but
it's okay.
Still, it's Flock of Seagulls.
I'm happy to hear it. And then I got the Columbia House.
Ooh, slip.
And this is Cars Panorama.
Oh yeah.
I got the Cars first record as an upgrade because mine was sounding pretty shitty. But that one's that's in the machine right now. So, this is really terrible on the art, and I have to replace the freaking pad. But it's freaking George Benson.
George Benson, yeah.
Thought that was George. All right.
And do I love Reason.
Yeah.
So, yeah, stoked on that. This one, another cruddy one, but it's Motels, which is pretty rare.
Oh, wow.
Get any Motels. Love Motels. And then this record was just recently suggested to me on Spotify. And when I heard that, I'm like, well, now I need it on 8-track. So.
Oh, wow. Gilmore solo, huh?
Yeah, sick. I heard There's No Way Out of Here. And that was just like, I was like, hell yeah, I need that.
Damn, that's cool.
Good record. And then I was gifted by Laser Death of Whatnot of one of these confangled DVD players.
Oh no, you got a UHD player.
Oh my gosh.
Confangled DVD players.
How does it work, Jethro?
You can put a DVD in here.
You've taken a big step into a much larger world.
To me. I didn't have this.
You had no choice.
I had no choice. So now I
can play Blu-rays too and UHDs.
Yes, it plays Blu-rays
and DVDs.
And does it play 4K?
Yeah, it does 4K, standard Blu-rays, DVDs, probably even CDs.
It does everything.
Do you have an HDMI cable?
I have. I don't know if I have the correct I have HDMI.
Yeah, you got to get the right high-speed ones. Yeah.
I don't know if I have a high-speed one. Yeah. It says 3D on the back too.
Look at you.
It does everything.
Yeah, all the bells and whistles.
So, yeah, I have this now.
Well, you got the TV to go with it, so you'll be fine.
I have an OLED, so.
Yeah.
And don't you have like one Blu-ray?
I do have. Actually, you know what? The Blu-ray's missing out of it. It's the case. It's Night of the Comet, and it just has the DVD have.
Oh, we're just gonna send you like a giant pile of Blu-rays now.
I think I have it. I think I have one. I have She's All That. I have She's All That on Blu-ray because someone gave it to me.
Nice.
I've never willingly bought a Blu-ray. I've still never seen one. This is I have this, and I forgot to bring one DVD that I got from Walmart. Everyone said Walmart and made me think about it, but it's in my kitchen because I store all my TV shows in the kitchen. I got the Transformers complete series from Walmart.
Oh wow,
nice.
A whole box set.
You should definitely start with Blu-ray. Don't go straight to 4K, just so you can appreciate the evolution.
Do the steps.
You've never seen it.
Is it really that different? Am I going to be destroyed?
Well, I mean, you're probably watching like Blu-ray level quality on streaming already. So
you stream.
Somewhat used to it. Yeah.
Really. I don't pay for anything to be extra. It's like it's just HD. Like as far as I know, like I don't think I've seen anything in 4K even.
All right. Yeah. So
there is a not zero chance you're gonna burn your laser discs. Let's just put it that way.
You'd be like, I hate these now. That's what Pablo says. Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll have to report back. Watch something like you're really familiar with.
Well, that's why She's All That I've seen on every format. So
okay,
there you go.
All right.
I started on VHS with that. I bought the LaserDisc here. I had the DVD. I think I still have the DVD. So yeah, I've seen that. I don't know why I've seen that many times. Just have.
Yeah, so it'll be a fun adventure because then now you got to worry about like HDR settings and like getting your TV all.
It will be a extended period of time before this even gets hooked up because I have no power in that room.
It's just a concept.
So I'm thinking of the list of 4Ks that we need to get you like for your birthday. April Fool's Day recently came out. Right, April Fool's Day I think recently came out.
Yes, I need Valley Girl, of course.
It's definitely on Blu-ray for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well, it does everything. So I'm interested to see something in 3D, but my TV doesn't do 3D. Does this matter?
Yeah, so you need a 3D display for that, but
that's why.
Yeah.
Now I can't watch freaking Jaws in 3D. What am I gonna do?
You just gotta watch it 1/2D.
Well, that's the exciting.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Marcus got turntable. You got a 4K player.
Yeah.
Hayden got a what was one of those little Edison cylinder players?
Oh yeah. No, that one it technically hasn't arrived yet, but I did order it. So in fact, that's the Grailwatch theme song single is on a cylinder.
Edison cylinder.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that'll be in soon.
Into that, I know a guy.
You got connects.
If you want to get really into that, I think I'm pretty sure he's still into it. So I know a guy.
Wow. Didn't mean to bring that up. I think you're next, Aiden. What do you got?
Yeah, I think I'm next. I got a couple of things. So I got some I'm sorry, y'all, but I got some CDs.
Oh. Whoa.
I got Gunter Schickert's Samt Vogel.
Whoa.
This just got reissued on CD. I really like this. This is some cool, like, experimental, I don't even know, like, I guess you could call it rock music. It's really just guitar music.
Hey.
And it's cool. He didn't have, like, a multi-track recorder, so for all the layered guitar effects, as far as what I understand, he had to do everything in one go. If he messed up one overdub, he had to start the whole process over.
Wow.
So there's a lot of really cool stuff on that. Picked up Bauhaus, The Sky's Gone Out.
Nice.
Which, as we all know, shares some DNA with the underground animated film Rock and Rule, which is on LaserDisc, and we should do an episode about at some point.
You did bring that up in the past, and it was on the roster, right?
Brought it up like 20 times, I think.
Yeah. It looks really good on LaserDisc.
Just saying.
Like, the LaserDisc is known for its quality.
Yes. Both LaserDisc releases are very high quality.
Mm-hmm.
Like Vestron.
And,
the Vestron.
A Vestron would be nice, and it'd probably be easier to find.
Yeah.
Picked up King Crimson's Lizard.
Ooh.
Underrated early King Crimson album. Not their best, but
Looks like an old cool CD too. Is that like 90s?
Yeah,
or 80s?
this is a 80s EG release, distributed by Gem Records in the US.
Wow. Okay. I haven't seen that logo in a while.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have that on A-Check.
Nice. It's underrated in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then I got Cleaners from Venus, Midnight Cleaners.
Ooh.
So we've been listening to this lately. This whole album is cool, but the best song is definitely the last one. I was very happy when I got it to find out that it is the last song. It always pisses me off when the first song on an album is the best.
Just, then you
I don't know.
Tolerate the
and then the rest is just okay. Yeah. And then I got some movies, a couple of movies. Got Space is the Place, starring Sun Ra and his orchestra. This is a Japanese Blu-ray. This has not been released in the U.S. as far as I'm aware.
Look at you.
And this is a very grindhousey quality film transfer. But this movie is low budget. It's bonkers. It's great. Some cool stuff. Cool music in this too. And then I got Llamas with Hats, the complete series Blu-ray set.
Signed?
Yes, signed by Jason Steele. So he finished making the series a couple years ago, and then he got an idea for a short film final episode. So he did a Kickstarter to be able to basically do that full time to make. And this Blu-ray was one of the Kickstarter tiers, and it comes with a little booklet, Carl's Guide to Eating Hams. So little CD-sized booklet.
That's hilarious.
So, cool stuff.
Love that.
So, yeah, that is what I've been collecting lately.
Wow.
Cool.
Luke, do you have any llamas with hats?
I'm working over here.
Oh, look at you, multitasking.
Yeah. So I'm leaving for Japan in 2 days, and I'm going to be gone for 5 months. Wow. And the day that I will step in, the day after I land in Japan, ship is going. So I am knee deep in getting my hard drive straight, because I will be in the middle of the ocean with no Wi-Fi, no streaming, no nothing. So I got to have it I feel like I've been preparing my whole life for this. It's just what movies am I going to have readily available? Anyway, I just got your Blood Diner, so we'll see if it's any good there, Ryan.
It's good.
I like it. I highly recommend it.
It's probably gonna be trash.
It is a classic.
Oh, they played it, Bev?
We're good.
We're good. All right.
You're gonna like it.
All right. Let's see. Oh, we're talking records. Okay, so I was not on last time, so I have a few more.
Oh yeah, you were busy doing something.
I was doing something. I was
at
in
a
Texas.
movie.
I had to go to Texas for work. That's a thing that I did.
That's what they all say.
I'm
in Texas. I'm at work.
I went to.
You guys still think I'm in Texas?
Yeah.
I go to the good part of Texas, not wherever fucking Hayden lives.
Armpit.
So I go to San Antonio, and then I drive up to Austin, which is about an hour away, and and I buy everything.
Everything.
So here are some things that I bought. I don't know if I told you, but there was this one. I think I did say this story, but there's, you go to the record stores and you say, hey, this place is great. Where's the next one I'm going to? They say, oh, you got to check out this place. Or you got to check out this place. And so I went to this one called Flagship Records in San Antonio, and it is just like somebody's house that they turn into a record store. And this guy was like an old, not hipster, but no, I would call him just like an autograph hound. Like that's just all he did, was just kind of go to shows and get autographs. Did I tell you a story already? I probably did.
Anyway, I mean, maybe offline.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then he would say, he didn't know what he's one of these guys who's like, he would say yeah, whenever Fugazi comes in town, I'm always going to go see him. I'm like, dude, it's like they haven't played in a long time.
Do you have a time machine, bro?
Yeah. Anyway, so I got some cool stuff. I will start out with the coolest one. This is I don't want to say Grail, but I mean, this is just an amazing record. This is the Sub Pop White Stripe 7-inch. This is where they do 4 Captain Beefheart songs. It came out in 2000. They eventually repressed it on Third Man. I love it. Like I have the Third Man one, and I saw this, and I was like, I've gotta get it because I love Captain Beefheart, and just the way they do it. They play the songs are pretty great. he was saying some stories like, yeah, when I bought it, I got it when I was I got it when I was on the mailing list, but it came really late. And I heard it was because like there was a murder and there was an investigation and it was like evidence, bro. That's why it came so late. I was like, that's crazy, man. That's cool. And then I looked it up. I could find nothing.
Yeah.
Great story.
Yeah.
It's murder evidence.
Murder evidence. Yeah.
And now you're an accomplice because you own it.
Great.
Good job.
Awesome.
Only murders in the record store.
What else? I don't think I got anything from him. So he was real big. Like I was flipping through all the stuff and it was all Texas bands. I don't know if you know this, but Texas is a big state. That means they got a lot of music coming out of there. And one of the big ones, like I didn't even think about was this is a band called the Kashmir Stage Band. And this is like a high school band and that are just have been going for, since the 70s. And so these are reissues. I have a lot of them. I'm sorry. I have 8 of them. They were recently reissued in Japan. And there's a website that was selling them all. And I was like, all right, I have a problem. So I'm going to get every single one of them.
We're here for you, Luke.
And so they're still going. Like,
love the packaging,
like, stuff from the Kashmir Stage Band.
Wow.
It's like, I was listening to them and I was like, oh, wait, that's a DJ Shadow sample right there. I know that anyway, just a lot of cool stuff.
Wow.
There's 8 total.
Cool.
I got them all recently. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Marcus Beck.
Yeah, he went on a run. He went on a jog.
Oh, okay.
So he's hydrating.
Good for you. Picked up this one recently, a nice original one.
Ooh, nice.
My daughter loves this one, but I bought a reprint. I'm like, I can't. Oh, get that trash out of here. Give me the original one.
Need an original, yeah.
So I got that recently. I picked up a nice U.S. pressing of Wires 154. I don't know if you guys know, like UK punk bands. Just growing up, I was like, I don't like them that much. But then I got this, and I'm like, no, I really like them. They're good stuff. Like Minor Threat covered one of their songs, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Real good stuff. I'm gonna save the jazz for last. There was a guy on eBay just selling. I have a theory that he was on his deathbed and he hates his family, so he's just getting rid of his stuff. So I bought some really cool first press. This is an original Sonic Youth, their first album ever on Neutral Records. I mean, I just kind of never thought I'd get that, but yeah,
unbelievable.
Big fan of Sonic Youth. This one I got in Texas. This is a guy named D Styles. He's part of the Beat Junkie crew. This came out in around 2000. It was the first album made entirely of scratches. So there's like DJ Qbert and then just a whole crew around that time that were, kind of scratching and then just really doing a lot with it. This is a pretty dark album. A lot of like horror samples and stuff. It's fun.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. Sounds super cool.
Save that one for last. But all right, so got some jazz here. Picked this one up in Seattle, a nice stereo original of Sonny Rollins.
Very nice.
It's Nuke's Time. Nuke, I had to look it up. I was like, who the fuck is Nuke? So the story is they would call him Nuke because he looks like a baseball player at the time who was nicknamed Nuke, something weird. So it's a really roundabout way of baseball reference. Excellent hard bop. I'm a big fan. Like Sonny Rollins, Dexter Gordon, and then Art Blakey are probably my 3 main hard bop guys. Just so good. Really been getting into Don Cherry. This song, you probably heard it. It was the song Brown Rice. It's a really weird song. They played it in Atlanta once, the show Atlanta, like when he wakes up and he hears the song. It's this amazing album. Just so good. Nice promo of that.
Oh yeah, gold stamp.
More Don Cherry. I found this in Texas. Nice original beat up of Where's Brooklyn.
It's not in Texas, that's for sure.
Not in Texas. A guy, I was talking to a record store guy, and I was like, I'm getting kind of burnt out on, on some jazz. And he's like, you got to go. I like weird stuff. He's like, you can never go wrong with Don Cherry. So I just kept buying a lot of Don Cherry. One more Don Cherry one I found in Texas. This is Terry Riley and Don Cherry. It's called the Marijuana Summit. It's a bootleg. They both got really high and they recorded this stuff.
Yeah.
And in there it says they were both like playing in the dark. And Don Cherry didn't like it, but he was like, yeah, it's not bad. And I got a bootleg. Terry Riley, is like a experimental organist. Terry Riley, known for being the Riley of Baba O'Reilly, the Who song. That sound at the beginning of the Baba O'Reilly, that comes from him. I mean, that's not there. That's who they're paying homage to. A buddy of mine, he just texted me. He's like, man, I'm listening to Bitches Brew. I don't know why I own any other jazz fusion albums. They all suck compared to this. I'm like, I don't have that one. I've got Big Fun, but I don't have, he's like, stop what you're doing. Just buy it right now. So I found a night. This album is so widespread. Look at it on Discogs. There's a gajillion, so many copies, so many people had this album.
Yeah.
But this is a nice speed up original one. He was right. It's fucking amazing. Like, it's so good. It all it's not just him. Big Fun is more like him out front is what I felt, but this is like him playing together. Yeah, it was interesting in that SNL documentary. They said when he was on, he would turn to his group. He's not like, he didn't want to be out front. He's like, play together. So, and that makes for terrible TV. I picked up this one too, another Texas band. This is Scratch Acid, a nice Scratch Acid box set. Came out on Touch and Go recently. I saw it on the website and it was already sold out. I asked my buddy at the record store, I was like, can you get a copy of that? He's like, yeah, I got it. So he ordered it for me and got it, no problem. So it's really good. Scratch Acid was a noise rock band from the early 80s. They are just a band that do not sound dated to me. Like they're still just kind of very live, and they evolved into the Jesus Lizard, like the same kind of root guys. These guys kind of broke up and then they moved to Chicago and they made the Jesus. They sound a lot like the Jesus Lizard. They're the same guys. But the last one. All right. This record was same guy who was selling all the stuff. I actually got one more. I got two more.
The last one though.
Yeah, last one. I'll do this one first. So Vinny, I do eBay a lot, but I never really did the iBid stuff, the sniping. And finally, I'm like, I couldn't do it. Like, there's something I really wanted, and it's like, yeah, it's easy, just do it. And it is. It's a very old app, and it's so easy to do. And so I finally got on it. And I got this one. This is Junior Kimbrough. You're talking about old blues guys. He's more of newer. Like, this is Mississippi blues. This came out probably in the 80s. Junior Kimbrough. The Black Keys did a whole album of Junior Kimbrough songs. They were really influenced by him. He's amazing. He's right here, Junior. Nice. Just really kind of slow. It's hard to explain, but it was very kind of repetitive is what I'm trying to get at. And just kind of it's fucking amazing. So this is like one of the only like real records that came out of him. A lot of represses later. So I picked up that one real quick. But the last one, the one that if I was to throw away all of my records and save one, it would probably be this guy. This is an original UK pressing of Loveless by My Bloody Valentine. This record is so damn good. It's just like, supposedly they worked on it for 2 years, and you can hear it. The vocals are buried. The vocals are part of there's another instrument in there. You don't really care about what she's singing about or he's singing about. It's just so damn good. Right now on my tablet, I have like 3 albums, and it's this one for my trip to Japan. I don't need much. It's this one. I could listen to this all day on loop. And I have like the Black Album, Metallica, and I have Brian Eno's music for airports. That's all you need when you travel.
Nice.
This Hayden, if you've never listened to this you would love.
I have listened to it for your recommendation, actually.
What do you think?
He hates it.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was pretty
Why aren't you
cool.
listening to it right now?
Because I'm busy.
Because he's a poser.
Fucking poser. They finally made a new album, 20 years later. That one's good too. They are you can't talk about shoegaze music without talking about My Blade. Like that term shoegaze was because they would perform and they would just stare at their shoes while they were on stage, just get meditative. It's like a meditative. It's fucking great, man. Like so good. Anyway,
record.
And it is a UK original. Fun fact, they love that record in Japan. Like it is all over the place. You can go into a record store, they're playing it. Like it's just represses all day. That is about it. Oh wait, I got DVDs.
Bonus.
Let's just keep it going.
I mean, who needs to sleep?
It's early here. It's only 8. I'm going.
You stink.
This.
You're going on record shopping after this.
Yeah. I got some Criterions. I've picked up the War Trilogy, Rossellini's Isabella's Daddy. Yep. I watched Rome Open City recently, and I really loved it. And so this is that one, and then 2 more they made afterwards. Picked up this one just yesterday, McKay.
Love it.
And I've never seen it, Robert Altman. So yeah, looks good.
Yeah, that and Long Goodbye are like the 2 heavy hitters.
Say what now?
That and Long Goodbye are like my 2 favorites, and they came out like I think right next to each other too.
Oh really? It's Long Goodbye good?
Okay. Yeah.
Long
different,
Goodbye is fucking
different, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. All right. So last one.
Sorry, Ryan.
Last one, Long Goodbye. Come on, you need to watch it. No. All right. Speaking of late release TV shows, I'm a big fan of The Simpsons. My daughter has started watching The Simpsons. The other day, I saw her looking through my Simpsons box sets. She's like reading the notes. I was like, oh, that's awesome. And she said, Dad, why don't you have season 18? I was like, first off, back up, like just get off my shit. And second, it's really expensive. It's like they did up to 17. They did 20 seasons. All right. They did up to 17, then they skipped to 20 for some reason. And they went back because the fans demanded it. They said, well, you got to finish it up.
Yeah.
And so they did 18 and 19. I already had 19 for some reason. So this was the last one they did. And this is straight shitty. Like this is, just bare bones.
Wow.
Just nothing. But this is going for some money on the Bay right now. But then I broke down and I just went ahead and got season 18. It's it's up to $100 because it's like the last ones they made and no one was buying DVDs. So now I can look my daughter in the eye and say, you know what? I've got 1 through 20. I'm complete.
Good job,
is
Dad.
cool.
Good job, Dad.
Yeah. And she's like, what are you talking about? I've already forgotten that.
Yeah, where's my Rush record?
Where's my Rush record? With the butt on it.
With the butt. Give me the butt.
That's it. That's all I got.
Nice.
Some more physical media. This is something I completed a while ago but forgot to show. These are the Island Pictures compilations of video directors like Spike Jonze, Anton Corbijn, Michel Gondry, and the like. They made 7 volumes of these. Really nice packaging. Very cool thing to have. Luke sent me Heroes HD DVD box set of season 1, the only season that counts. And I'm curious to see if it just still holds up in kind of a prestige TV world, post-new Marvel world. This was really cool when it was on. It was sort of a as close as you can get to kind of that Lost feel. But it did not have a great sophomore season. But season 1, I think, pretty much works still as a one-off. So that'll be interesting. From the Criterion flash sale, I picked up Paper Moon. Really cool packaging. Looks like a cigar box. John Hughes Collection. This is one of these discs that's Canadian or French. It has 5 films. I was able to replace some other copies. Ferris, Pretty in Pink, She's Having a Baby, Planes, Trains, and Some Kind of Wonderful. All in one package. This oddity out of Africa. Blu-ray and DVD on one disc. I don't recall ever seeing that. I don't know the technology behind it. It says here, this side up Blu-ray, other side DVD. Pretty cool. And finally, a book. This is a graphic novel bio of Martin Scorsese. It's very, very cool. This artist has done a couple of these. I think he did a Tarantino one. So I'm really excited for that. And I think you should watch my YouTube video, The Complete Martin Scorsese on LaserDisc. Bye for now.
All right, wind it down. It's time for recommendations and all sorts of fun stuff like that. I don't know. There's not like one new thing that's like super cool. I've been watching Daredevil Born Again, which has been decent. So yeah, if you're into that, I'll recommend it. Obviously, there's only a couple episodes so far, but the new Righteous Gemstone season is absolutely worth watching. There's a first episode that doesn't feature any of the main cast, and it's a flashback to Civil War era, and features Bradley Cooper in it. So if you like Bradley Cooper, check that out.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Maybe people wanted to be surprised by that, Sam.
I'll bleep that in the
the
air version of this. I'll make sure I'll get that. But yeah, recommend those for sure. I've been watching Everybody's Live with John Mulaney, and I don't know if I want to recommend it because it's so weird, and it's like it's like I mean, obviously his stand-up is very popular, but the show is like kind of like only meant for like maybe Vinny, myself, and a couple other weird people. So you might like it, you might hate it, but that's been a lot of fun too. Every Wednesday night at 10 o'clock, they've been showing that guy. And yeah, that's about it. I finally binged all of What We Do in the Shadows, so I'm all caught up. That was fantastic, all 6 seasons. Great.
Sad ending, kind of.
Yeah, the ending was fun though. It was
fun.
Spoilers.
But yeah, I just didn't want the ride to end really. Yeah. Finished all 4 seasons of Only Murders in the Building, so I'm caught up on that. That was a lot of fun as well. And I'm working on Cobra Kai season 6 part 3.
That's still going? How? What?
It's a finale, yeah. So I
brought everybody back that they could bring back. Like
I'm like 2 or 3 episodes into season 6 part 3. So yeah, we'll see.
How long is high school anyway? Like what's going on?
They're all finished with high school now.
Yeah, they're pretty much done. Yeah, they're talking about going to MIT and Caltech and stuff like that. Yeah, they're young adults now. Yeah. So
Japan,
Japan, yeah. So yeah, so far it's Elizabeth Berkley, Showgirls, and Saved by the Bell fame. She showed up in the episode.
Did.
Oh wow.
She might return. I don't know. I haven't seen the rest of the season, but yeah.
I don't want to spoil it for you.
All right, yeah, she was hanging out with Chosen, so they were having a little tarot card moment. So
yeah, it was fun. It was cute.
Yeah, lots of cute, fun stuff. It's I don't want to give any spoilers, but yeah, there's some karate coming. I'm assuming because they're going back to the Sekai Taikai.
Oh, there's karate. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good. Yeah. I mean, the last part of the season had a crazy karate fight, and a dude got killed, and yeah, it was
pretty wild.
Yeah. So. I mean, so there's teen drama, and like, yeah, it's like.
Have you seen To Do with a Boat?
Boat? I don't think I saw the boat stuff yet.
Yeah, the boat stuff.
Yeah, I left off at Johnny's kind of big moment at the hospital.
Yes. Okay, then you're close. You're close.
Okay, yeah. So, there you go. Anyways, but yeah, so there's lots of like kind of teen drama stuff going on, but then when there's karate, there's karate. So. Kicks ass. What do you got, Ryan? What's your recommendation?
I watched all of Severance. I don't know.
Yay!
I hadn't seen any of it. Hadn't watched a lick of it. You guys were talking about it nonstop, so I was just like, I'll start watching it, and watched it all. So caught up and watched like the last episode the night it aired. So that was nice. So it was all right.
Are you in the special chat group?
Spoil it for you all, but
there's 2 chats. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Are you in the 2 chats? Are you in the special Severance chats?
Yeah. Well, we had to create another one because somebody's not finished yet. Last
I wonder who that could be.
Started.
Yeah.
I'm not in any of the chats. I'm only in the normal chat.
Well,
that
that's
does
because
talk about
you're
Severance.
a jabroni and are waiting for like the Simpsons season 21 DVD to come out or something.
I got a Blu-ray on hand at any moment. I'm ready to watch some Severance. So
You should probably watch both seasons on streaming like the rest of the
I
world.
would, but I'm not getting Apple
Back
Plus.
to the
Sorry.
chats. Yes, we have another Severance chat, but like we were waiting on Hayden and we just couldn't wait anymore. So we have a no Hayden's allowed chat.
Well, I was complaining because like I got like locked out till I like was literally like caught up, and then Hayden's like, you know what? I'm not watching the last episode. Fuck you guys. And I'm like, I want to talk about it,
bro.
I told you guys.
From the chat,
I got
like,
time to do a podcast for fucking 18 hours, but no.
I got removed twice from the chat because I wasn't 100% caught up, even though I was caught up. And I'm like,
I muted the chat and I told all of you that you were free to discuss it and that I have no problem jumping in late to the conversation. I was late to jumping into the show anyway, so
it's fine because like we just created another one without you, and we just make fun of Sam.
I'll get at it.
Which is what we did in the original one. So like really like it's just a third chat of making fun of Sam.
I'm kind of glad I didn't watch season 2 because this sounds like a societal nightmare trying to keep up with episodes and maintain chat status.
Also, like, you know, you're still not on Signal where we went to.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that turned out to be a bad idea. Actually,
it's been a nightmare. Like, I feel like you're just leaving us behind. Pretty soon you're gonna be like, yeah, I got to get my like Steam engine to get my Facebook app running.
I mean, I got the Edison player for my cylinders, and I got a LaserDisc player. So
you know, you see something
current.
cool about Severance, and you're like, okay, is it about season 1? Can Sam see it? Okay, sure, I'll do it in there. Is it about the final season? Can Hayden see it? Okay, no, I can't do that. It's a lot of work, man. I don't know what to do.
Like, and
I muted the chat.
Spoilers.
If you don't tag me, I won't see it.
I tag you coming back. Spoilers.
That's modern media in a nutshell. No two people have seen to the exact same point in any given series. So you're like, hey, have you seen?
We were doing pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, and I managed to catch up and get on board.
Yep.
And no, Hayden's just like no, and Sam's like, you know, one day
once
they're
it's
gonna
on Blu-ray, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. I know. I'll have to borrow Sam's Blu-ray to watch.
Yeah, I'll hook you up. Yeah,
it's
really
really
put this in
good.
the mail tomorrow.
It's a fun time. It's fun time because it comes out once. It was coming out every Thursday night or whatever. It's fun to watch it, and then we talk about it the next day. Yeah.
And it has enough WTF that no one knows what's going on.
No, and
even now you still don't know what's going on, even though you know parts of what's going on.
Okay. And you're fine with it, and it's okay.
Yeah, and like it's good. So, Righteous Gemstones has been great.
Yeah, I'm caught up on that. I can talk about that with y'all. There's the Righteous Gemstones chat.
There is a lot of Dawn, which is why I still
much Dawn.
Hasn't watched the show because this year or this season has been a festival of Dong, I'd say.
Season 3 had some serious Dong too.
Yeah, well, season 3 might have had the most ridiculous naked dude fight I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
What's happening?
On the lawn. With kids watching, it was pretty insane. Yeah.
That sounds like some Kenny Powers shit.
Well, it's Danny McBride, so
it's Danny McBride, so yeah. So but it's been good. And then I am not done with What We Do in the Shadows yet. So
okay, I will not spoil it.
Don't spoil it. But man, I feel like every episode this season, Colin Robinson has had the best lines. Like they'll just be going along, he'll throw in an anecdote or something at the end, and you're just like. His delivery is just top notch.
You probably saw Baby Colin Robinson, right?
Oh God, Baby Colin Robinson is just the best.
I did not like Baby. I did not. I
love Baby Colin.
Yeah.
Hey Laszlo, guess what? I got my new Roblox, and
the sad thing is his delivery is like real to like that game and the way kids act. And
yeah,
like one of the writers has to have a kid that they're dealing with, and they're just like.
And he had a YouTube channel at one point. That was so good.
Yeah. No, that show. I'm going to be very sad, but I'll probably finish it next week. But
the property show was really. My wife loved that one too. When they had the
yeah.
I love Collinsworth. No, what's his name? Cravensworth.
Cravensworth. Yeah.
Oh,
Laszlo.
His monster is great. Yeah.
Yeah. No, again, like I feel like so far what I've seen this season has just been really good, and I'm just like it doesn't feel like it's gonna end, and I know it will, but yeah. So whatever.
Yeah, that was kind of their thing. They're like, screw it, we're on top. Let's just end it before we start
I appreciate that.
whiffing. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I haven't seen anything in theaters for a while.
Same.
I feel like I saw something, and it wasn't that great or something. I don't know.
You forgot it already?
There has not been much. Great stuff coming out.
I mean, I saw Paddington 3. Chris
that?
dunked on me, and he's like, "You were not going to see Paddington 3," and I saw the hell out of Paddington 3. So.
I feel like that was like we were talking about you going to see that the last time we did this.
We did, yeah.
Just seen a movie, and whatever that was the last thing I saw.
Yeah, I just bought my tickets, I think, when we did the podcast.
How was he in Peru?
What's that?
He was in Peru.
He was in Peru.
How was it?
He had a great time. Yeah, it was the fun shenanigans.
You didn't see it. You're lying.
I did.
You didn't see it.
Olivia Colman played the nun.
Peru.
Yeah, I can look that up too.
It was fun.
Yeah, it's on Blu-ray.
Paddington 2 is on my tablet to watch.
So.
Oh. Hell yeah, because it's the best film ever made.
You should watch. Have you seen the Nick Cage movie?
Yes.
Unbearable.
That is the reason why I want to see it.
Yeah, you need to see that and then watch Paddington.
I already saw it.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah, but you should watch it.
No.
Yeah, you should do that to prepare for Paddington 2.
Yes.
That's our recommendation.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then oh, by the way, well, I said and I think I have more or something. I determined that my Vinegar Syndrome February order never shipped.
Oh.
So it's only like 3 movies, but I'm like, I didn't buy anything else that month because I was like, I don't want any of this other than my subscription, and it's not here. So I'm missing some Wingshauser.
Aw.
Yeah, but I messaged them. I'm sure they'll be like, oh yeah, we forgot you because you didn't buy anything else. I'm like, maybe
you didn't get the Carpenter?
What?
You didn't get the Carpenter?
No, I didn't. And I'm pretty sure my LaserDisc went.
Your LaserDisc is part of that.
Yeah, exactly. Like the movie that my LaserDisc went towards. No. So.
That guy doesn't get a copy. Man.
But that's all I got.
Okay.
Whatever.
Who's up next? Well, Marcus is gone. He left us.
Yep.
He messaged something.
Yeah.
Oh, was he okay?
His son is sick.
Step away.
Oh, his son is sick.
Bummer.
I'm sick.
He probably watched a Vestron disc and made him nauseous. Who's next then? Maxine?
Oh, okay.
You got any recommendations?
I watched I had a very small temporary time of Netflix again. Dabbled.
Nice.
I've already canceled. Watched my Squid Game.
Oh yeah.
Watched the Squid Game. Watched all the Cobra Kai. Caught up on all that stuff.
Squid Game was such a cliffhanger though. So.
Yeah, I'll have to when they bring that back to whatever that continuing on. I'll get it.
Like later in the year. Yeah.
But I'm good on Netflix for a while, so I binged all the stuff I wanted in a month.
Yeah.
I got it right before I went on that long plane flight. I watched several movies on that plane flight.
Nice.
I finally saw Maxine. I never saw Maxine. Never got to see
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And what's the other one I watched that was weird? I watched Anyone But You. That was kind of terrible.
I didn't think of that one.
I honestly, it was like Sydney Sweeney or
Sweeney? Okay.
Yeah. And then
with what's his face?
And then the guy who was in Twisters.
Yeah.
Glenn Powell?
Didn't look great.
That might be
the other guy. Okay.
The kind of cocky, him. Yeah. He plays Goldilocks in that new truck commercial. Same guy. Yeah, it was a movie that I skipped probably, I don't know, 25% of from cringe, secondhand cringe I can't stand. So
All right.
I didn't watch the whole thing. It was not, I would not, that's the opposite of a recommendation. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that.
Okay, good.
But Maxine was good. I probably would say that's worth a watch.
Sweet.
Squid Game.
Let's see, who's next? Hayden? Did you go, Hayden?
No, I'm not going to get.
Right.
He still doesn't watch Severance either.
Yeah, how much Severance did you watch?
I'll add to the recommendation to watch Severance. I've seen all of it except for the last episode. I've been a little busy lately.
Oh, this is one episode you're missing. Wow.
Yes. So it's
the whole
been
world.
Great.
I'm so how you not run into it. Like Instagram is just everyone is just.
I've seen like one frame of a GIF that keeps getting shared on Twitter, and I keep scrolling past it so I don't see the actual scene itself.
What's the GIF?
I don't know. It's got milkshake in it.
Okay.
Oh.
So
yeah.
I've been trying not to spoil anything for myself.
Yeah, I haven't seen any footage or
No, I've avoided all of it.
images or anything really. Yeah.
But outside of watching Severance up until now, I haven't really watched a whole lot. I watched some cheesy monster movies that were on YouTube. There's one that's called King Dinosaur, which is like 59 minutes long. The first 12 minutes is all newsreel stock footage, and then the rest of the movie is these people on a planet that looks like Earth, but they're just like outside, and they're just like, oh, what is that? And then it's stock footage of an alligator, and they're like, oh, it's just an alligator, and it's like 50 minutes of that. Then I watched Valley of the Dragons, which is also a ton of stock footage, but it's actually got like the tiniest drop of something to it. It kind of starts out almost like a Twilight Zone episode. It was kind of fun. It was something fun to have on while I was working on our projects and stuff. So
cool.
And they're just on YouTube for free, So
love it.
Yeah, we like free.
Yes.
Yeah, I love free.
Love free.
Score. Luke, what do you got? What do you recommend?
What?
I don't know. You watch any stuff?
Yeah, I've seen movies. I went to go see that Mickey 17.
And that was
that? It was
terrible. You didn't like that though.
It was real bad.
Like, they were advertising the hell out of that in free.
Yeah, you have to when it's really bad like that, because word of mouth is not going to work.
Yeah, my co-host is the only person I know that likes that movie. So from my radio show.
So it had a cool idea, a cool sci-fi idea, which I am a fan of, but then it just like buries it in just nonsense. It was a real disappointment. I saw, what else did I see? Oh shit.
Something good, hopefully.
No, I can't think of anything
okay.
good. Oh, Black Bag. I saw the new Soderbergh movie. That was not good. It was just
recommendations. Find something good.
Yeah, something good. Wife and I finally started Reservation Dogs on Hulu.
Oh, there you go.
Why did I think I'm a fan of Mark Maron. He said he talked about it a lot. Like he liked it so much. Like he's in season 3. Like he's like, just get me in there. I'll do anything. So we're having a good time watching that. It's just about these teenagers growing up on the reservation in Oklahoma, and it's kind of like Atlanta, where it splinters off and it's just kind of very loose. But it's fun. It's what at the very first episode has them stealing a van, and wife was like, I don't want to see one of these kids die. Let's because it kind of sets it up like it's going to be really terrible, but then you realize, oh, this is a comedy. Like nothing bad's going to happen to these guys. They're fine, and it's just it's a really funny show. It's a good watch. Let's see, and then that's about it. I saw Super Mario Brothers on film last night in Seattle. Movie theater was packed.
Wow.
And it was a fun watch. Yeah, it was fun to revisit. I feel like some of it was cut out.
Really?
Yeah, I remember. I thought there was more like pizza stuff. I thought he called him more than once, but I may be making that up. But like I was a little offended when they said, "Oh, this is a bad movie. Have fun watching it." Like it's not bad. It's pretty decent.
Did you tell everyone to watch the podcast episode after?
Well, when I walked in, they were like, "Oh, holy shit, it's our you." I was like, yeah.
Luke, we loved your coverage. Yeah. Super Mario Brothers.
Just be cool, all right?
They didn't just play like that part.
I'm just a regular person.
To start the movie.
Say what?
Yeah,
they did. They're like, before we start, let's watch this 18-hour podcast about
movie starts at 12:30. Have fun, y'all.
But yeah, it was good.
Yeah. I think we lost Marcus.
Oh, well, his son's sick. Yep. Mario Brothers they work so hard to make it make sense. And I realized it this time around. It's like that little bit at the beginning, they're like, well, what if dinosaurs evolved? Yeah. And as a 10-year-old, like that, no kid is going to get that,
Yeah.
So that's why it failed, I think.
I mean, I liked it, and I was probably like 10 when I saw it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just like anything dinosaur related, so.
Yeah. Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
I'm in. Like,
but you want evolved dinosaurs that look like humans?
I'll
Oh,
take
Yoshi?
dinosaurs.
Doesn't matter.
There's no fossil fuels on their planet. What are you gonna do about it?
You got to merge the planets with a rock.
We don't have any fossil fuel.
The meteor landed, and just a little chip of it came out. Just one little thing.
This is so funny thinking about it, because how many months ago did we do that episode?
It's a while ago.
It's a while.
And
It
it's
might have been
all
a year ago.
It's all like a fever dream to me now. Like,
Oh.
I think I watched that movie because we talked about
do
it
that on the podcast, Sam.
I know. We should do a podcast episode on this.
Let's do revisit. Let's watch us watching the podcast.
Yeah. Really,
That used to be a LaserDisc that I would find in Japan and sell instantly. If I find it again, I'm going to keep it.
There was that poor guy that bought it and it got the dubbed copy recently.
Oh, that was funny.
So
you know
the green one.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's only a few discs that are dubbed in Japanese. Beetlejuice.
I know, right? That's
Mario Brothers.
Batman.
Star Trek. Is there no?
There's
Bugs Life, right?
A bunch of animation ones, like The Year Without Santa Claus is rudely, completely not English, and it's completely dubbed.
I have Monty Python's Life of Brian, I think, is only Japanese. They did not make an American one. It's only Japanese dub.
Wow. Gremlins 2.
No.
Wow.
Oh yeah, the white cover version.
Yep.
Damn, we should do a little topic on ones to watch.
Yeah, let's do some homework.
Yeah.
Where's our intern?
I know.
Todd.
Yeah, Todd. He could start working on that.
Full-time hand model. What can we do?
I know. Got to share Todd with the world.
All right.
Anyways, well, hopefully Marcus will.
No, I think he's out.
Send us the list. I can put it in post of his recommendations.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, he could be out there fighting vampires.
He really is, actually.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. You better watch out, Hayden. He might be coming for you.
He may be coming to Texas.
Yeah.
Or Russia.
Yeah, wherever you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And Blade 2, they didn't really do anything in Russia. It was like in Eastern Europe, right?
Abandoned that. They're like, that was dumb.
Russia, Eastern Europe, they're all the same from America, They're so far over there.
Blade took care of Russia in between the two movies.
Yeah, there's a gap, so that makes sense. I should watch Blade 2 again all the way through. It's been a while.
I'm gonna watch Blade 3 now because I saw some random clips of it and I was like, what is this and why do I remember it? It's when you said that Ryan Reynolds was in Blade 3, I'm like, oh, it's Blade 3.
Yeah. I didn't mind it, but I don't know. I guess I need to revisit it. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, everybody out there, tell us what your favorite Blade movie is in the chat. Yeah. And we'll tell you you're wrong. It's the first one. Unless you said the first one, in which case you're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I guess we're going to end this sucker. So cheers, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with the Wolfpack, and we'll be back. What's our next movie? Do we have one?
Well, it's either Demolition Man or...
Yeah, that was on the roster.
Or Rock and Roll.
Rock and Roll was on the roster.
RoboCop.
RoboCop.
Yeah,
it might need to be RoboCop.
Yeah. I mean...
That'd be a good one.
Let's
all three solid choices.
People should vote. We should have a vote in the chat.
Yeah, that's a good call. I guess it's going to be RoboCop, but...
Don't trust the public.
Look, it'll be a suggestive poll. It's not definitive.
No.
All right, chat. Tell us what they're going to be. Just throw some other movie altogether.
Yeah, they are. Well, hey, we're open to suggestions.
They'll be like, dude, meet me in St. Louis. Like, all right, okay.
We'll be watching Super Mario Brothers next time around.
Yes, we'll be watching.
I mean, I've never seen it, so let's go. Well, cheers, everybody. Hope you're having a kick-ass weekend, and we'll be back with maybe RoboCop.
Totally.
Bye.